Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Last Week on Keeping the Girl. I am your host, Karen, with 100% Morad.
It seems today that all you see is violence. All right.
That's hilarious because we were just watching that show.
Right.
It is actually really, really funny. And we could not do this alone. We are here with Keith Malley. Keith, how have you been?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Right now, I'm a little excited because the new iOS operating system is downloaded. And they made it a big number. It's like, what, 18? Now it's 26. And
Yes, I seen that jump too.
they say they're going by years now instead of whatever the fucks. But they know this is a big deal. And they got me horny. I'm falling for it. I got VR plugged in. That was at 0%. I got VR batteries being plugged in. I have a phone charger being plugged in that's powerful. And the dishwasher is running. And I really look around my house and be like, do it. Do it all. Like I'm some, I don't know what. Highfalutin, how you doing, Emperor? Get it all done, every room, because I'm busy over here. I waste so many fucking dishes now that I'm in Charlotte with the dishwasher as opposed to New York City.
Yes!
10 feet
Waste
of
them
kitchen
dishes.
space.
You got space.
I use now I understand what a garbage bowl is.
You
Yeah.
use a disposal? Because y'all don't really
Oh,
have disposals.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Beautiful.
Ain't it
That's,
great? Just pour that shit down the drain.
A smart house. Can you imagine?
I love my dishwasher. Sometimes I just deep clean it. That's how
Right.
much I love it. Like, you know, you love it when you deep clean it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a sponge in there right now.
Yep. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. I'll be looking on YouTube and everything like this. Like, here's how you take it apart. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, take it apart.
Yes, the crevices.
Say more.
I take it apart and I have it wash itself.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I put the parts inside that hopefully still work if I run it.
Yes. That's I don't know. That's what they said to do on the YouTube. A little white vinegar, some dishwasher tablets. Sometimes I double up, doing both at the same time because fuck it, it's rock and roll up in here.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have a dishwasher disposal before. In my parents' house, of course. I mean, you had 5 kids, you needed that. Where I was only going to put my report cards. But I bought some kind of foaming cleaner. I'd throw it in there, and they're like, use 1 or 2, and I'm like, then that means I can use 3.
Yes, you can.
You can't stop me.
You can't stop
I
me.
am an adult.
Four of them came in this package.
That's
What are you
right.
gonna do?
Right. I'm going to save 1. All 4 then. Come on. Today, when you're listening to this, we recorded it on Monday, September 15th. Most people hear it the next day. It's my girlfriend Liz's birthday. So happy birthday, baby doll.
Happy
birthday, Liz. I know she celebrated by probably doing the crossword in 2 seconds.
She'll do the crossword in 2 seconds. She has to do it in that time between work and her kid. There's no time to waste a minute on those crosswords. That's
Gotta
why.
be effective.
Yeah,
She
Mom,
probably savored it today and did it in 10 seconds.
Yeah. My hand's stuck in the refrigerator. It's like, God damn it. All right. Done. All right. Now let's open the refrigerator door again.
How does she do it? I don't know.
Right.
Me either.
I always thought you were joking.
So
when you were
between
like,
everything,
oh,
I
she
don't-
does it in literally 10 seconds. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Keith, maybe get off her dick. I know you're in love, but
Right.
Jesus Christ. And then she added me on her leaderboard list. It's just me and her. And let's just say, I've never been in first.
I've seen it in 8 seconds. The mini New York Times crossword puzzle in 8 seconds without exaggeration. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah, this is some like vision from the Marvel universe
Yeah.
bullshit happening in her brain.
Yeah. I mean, you want a partner that can call you on your bullshit, but I'll need some kind of fucking mystic investigator.
This is too much.
Too much.
You need to be able to miss some of the shit sometimes. Some of it got to fly past you.
Yeah. It's sad that I might not be able to see her on her birthday. Most likely not, because between work and her kid and a bunch of shit going on. But last week, when she didn't have her kid, woo! Some weeks, if you don't know, some weeks she just decides not to pay attention to her kid.
Right.
So that week was almost all for me. She came over Sunday to Monday, Wednesday to Thursday, Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. When she comes over, if I can tell you guys a secret, just between us,
Okay.
we bang. Then we do what we do, either TV at home, dinner, or dinner out in the movie. Then we bang again. Then the next morning we bang. So that's what? That's 4 nights. That's 3 bangings. That's 12 bangs a week. If it only happens every other week, sometimes I actually orgasm twice. That's
Oh, snap.
That's like what? That's like 30 loads a month. You can't even bring that on a plane.
No.
No, you cannot.
So yes, I'm sad if I miss her on her birthday, but I did get lucky the other week, and I remember that, and I carry that over. So
That's nice. That's
Oh,
nice.
good
We love to
memories.
see it.
so happy birthday, baby! I know I'd love to see it. I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
I hear you, and
Our
we
last,
love to hear about it vicariously.
yeah, no, I understand. Who doesn't love love?
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
I
And
do.
we're
I love
all,
love.
here counting bangs and just being
Right.
like, oh, Keith will give us the advanced stats when he gets online.
What you know? What? Know that there's hope in the world.
There
Mhm.
is.
You know, you start the show with that Family Guy theme song, and you're not wrong. But know that there is good and there is hope,
Mhm.
and some good stuff is happening out there. Our last date was The Long Walk, the Stephen King movie, the Stephen
Oh
King
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know
It's
we'd see
a
him walk in real fucking time.
it's an hour and
Yeah.
90 minutes, so they almost got me.
Yeah,
But honest to God, the thing that made me not go see it is that the trailer's like based on the short story. I was like,
and a
this
short story is in
probably
an hour 90 or 90
yeah,
minutes. Yeah,
yeah. I was like, this was probably a very simple idea.
right.
Y'all tried to stretch out to an hour and a
Like
half.
this motherfucker don't need to be no movie. Nice try, Hollywood. But I'll see you when you see me the screeners at the end of the season.
Right. And it's one of those things. And I was like, oh, they're going to be walking the whole movie.
Yeah.
And I was like,
In the trailer, there's like, I mean, I almost laughed. It's very serious, and I hear it's a dark movie, but in the trailer, like a guy gets a cramp or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And then he tries to pull on. Like, you lost. Just close your eyes and wait to get shot in the head.
Yeah,
right.
you're dead. They spoiled everything in the trailer. This guy definitely dies in the movie. So, what suspense could we possibly have?
Right. Here's the cover of the book. In a future America, the marathon is the ultimate sports competition, a novel of chilling, macabre possibility. He went by the name Richard Bachman at the time. What are the possibilities? There's a rock in your shoe. Your ankle will break. You have to take a dump when you walk, literally. Oh, endless possibilities.
Right, yeah.
There were only 3 possibilities.
He didn't have a lot of ideas at that time. And it's fine. He was starting out. He didn't even use his real name. It's fine.
He was so young. Somebody pointed out, he was only 19 when he wrote it? And I'm like, well, I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what else are they? They are running out of shit. What's his next? The jump rope.
Right.
Hopscotch. Tune into this one. Hopscotch to the death. We got Squid Games. We know about games that you die doing.
Right. Double Dutch. Double the trouble. What are we doing here, y'all?
Hold your hand on the car. You can have the car. Backstory. One person really needs a car.
Yes.
A ridiculously good-looking contestant has 17 cars and just wants another one.
Right? They kill everyone who doesn't get the car. Yeah, we get it, Steven. You like murder and death. Yeah, okay.
Just entice people. Say The Long Walk is a true story. The world's so dumb. It's legal to do that. Just do it. I saw the very beginning of this movie on Netflix called Devil on Campus. And I guess this guy has a college-age kid. He moves into the dorm and somehow starts a cult and uses their personal information against them. That's all I know. But anyway, it starts. This is a true story. Some things are made up for storytelling. Who gives a fuck? Oh, is it for dramatic effect? You can make it up of a true story? Okay.
Isn't everything a true story if you think about it?
Right.
Star Wars is based on, people in a way.
Right. But I mean, for storytelling, we exaggerated some things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like being far away.
Yeah,
Being
there aren't
far
actually aliens, and this actually wasn't a long time ago. We actually updated the technology when we went to the future.
There's no planet called Tatooine.
Yeah, the old movies look better than the new movies look better than the old movies because we were bullshitting about it being a long time ago.
Right. What if we give them 8 lightsabers now on one character? Like, that's interesting. And then they showed the effects. It turns out you hurt yourself a lot. And they're like, what? In the future, 1 lightsaber at a time. No, this is double lightsabers bullshit. People are cutting off their own fucking legs.
Enough flipping. All right, that's enough of that bullshit. We just need 2 guys back and forth, wong, and we'll just. Matter of fact, we're disappearing. We're not even killing people on screen. We're just fading away.
Right.
In the
Sometimes
background.
The simpler way is the way. Number 1 movie, I assume you guys saw this, and this is one hell of a name, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Infinity Castle. This is all one movie.
Yes. Part one of a 3-part arc.
And I remember
there was no room for the awning to put part one.
They couldn't put part one.
Yeah, and I remember, Keith, this came out this weekend, and me and Roger, we went to go see it Thursday night. We could have seen it earlier, but we wanted to actually see it in English versus seeing it in its original language and reading.
Right.
And when we left the theater, I looked at Roger and said, "Baby, this is gonna be #1 movie this weekend." And it's rare that anime is number one. And then it broke the record. It was like $70 million. It's already breaking records in Japan. A lot of people were really, really excited. And I loved this movie. This movie was great.
It was amazing.
Yes, it was.
Internationally, 316 million. Total of almost $400 million.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
Yeah, we love to see it.
It's not just a cartoon. This motherfucker right here, dog. Yeah. Nah, it's just, it don't look. They spent the money. Like,
they actually spent the money. It is
like
gorgeous.
sometimes these anime movies, man, they
be bullshitting.
Well, so they work so hard that to save money they have to do bullshit sometimes.
Right.
So sometimes when you watch an anime movie, they'll have like the non-action parts and it looks like a regular fucking drawing, or they'll have like a guy whose face is just like, and then the talking will be over the face or whatever.
Right,
and flat face.
The camera's just moving slightly over a picture.
Yeah.
None of that. Like, it's all just expensive. It's all the good shit you think about when you want to watch these movies that you almost never really get the full thing because it's impossible to make people work that hard. But it's amazing.
I don't know what they did, but they worked on people.
5 stars.
It was absolutely gorgeous, and people were dying and getting fucked up, and it was
it's rated R. It's murder.
Yeah, it's rated R. Yeah, so you hear that, you go cartoon. Don't bring your kids in there because they might not be ready to see people beheaded.
And at the same time, it's so for people that already watch it.
Yes,
that it, like, I love it more because it's kind of like, fuck you can't just walk in this and be like, oh, I saw it and I thought it was, no one's gonna give a fuck.
Right.
Like, only people that love the show will know that why they love the movie. So it was kind of a cool experience for us super nerds.
Yeah, and I appreciated that because sometimes that's, as a nerd, sometimes on certain things, that's one thing that irritates me is particularly with stuff like this, Keith, if I am here to watch this, I watch the other shit. You don't need to tell me what happened. If you walk in here on your own, that's on you.
Yeah.
Would I be confused?
Absolutely.
Yes, you would.
I'm
not even gonna waste your time.
Like, I'm not even trying to be like, it's not even about you. Like,
you're not being protective. You know, I won't know the shit.
Yeah, it's just they're not trying to tell you. Like, some of these anime movies, they do a bunch of flashbacks and recaps of like, this is, if you didn't know, this is kind of who this guy is. This shit is just like, everybody know who Tanjiro is.
Yes.
They remember at the end of the other one, they was falling into the Infinity Castle. We're starting at them falling into, they're still falling. That's how we start.
Everybody's still falling.
If you didn't know that, fuck you. And man, that felt so good. We didn't waste any time, and it's long. So like, we didn't waste any time with bullshit. It's all just 2 hours of killer, no filler.
Yeah, and I tell people, don't, like, you can if you want to, but you will be like, the fuck did I just watch? You would really be like that.
How long, not that I'm going to go back, but how long has the TV show been on?
Like 5-6 years now.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. This shit was, so instead of the last season where they would just do like 20 something episodes, they were like, this is popular. It takes too long to make the episode.
Yes.
We were going to do 3 movies. So just over the next 3 years, instead of getting 20 episodes, 8 at a time or something, you're just going to fucking get 3 2-hour movies and then we're done. And I was like, I've never thought of that before. I didn't know if I would like it. Everybody should just switch to this.
Yes, because I'm excited because I'm like,
3 great movies instead of like, 12 episodes where like 6 are great and 6 are like, man, we ain't have time to draw all that shit.
Yeah, I'm really excited because we already know we getting 2 more movies. So it's like 2026 and 2027. Like, they already.
And you're not nervous? You're not nervous? They're not going to make them because it's such a hit.
Oh, they're gonna make it.
They probably already work. They probably, by the time this come out, they's probably already working on
animation doesn't work like regular TV.
Right.
The plan has to already be done for them to even make this shit. If
right.
If not, it's like the reason they're making the movies is because it's harder to do the TV show than it is to do the movie. So they're just like, we'll definitely get them made, but only if you guys are willing to wait a year between movies. And I'm like, yes, I'll do that.
Kevin Costner did that Western Horizon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, so terrible.
Oh, I dug it. But what's funny to me is that it was supposed to be part 1 of 4. And should he make the other 3 cartoons?
He shouldn't make the first. I didn't like the first one. That shit sucked. What the fuck Kevin Costner was thinking? It's like 57 characters in that bitch. This ain't Game of Thrones. I don't know any of these people. It just kept flipping to scenes of the next white people. I'm like, who are these white people? When did this happen?
They all look the same. They all blend together.
They all got backstories, but they're not explaining. I'm like, is he the son of the? And then Kevin Costner didn't show up for like a fucking hour. The ball's on this guy.
Oh, you had to be white. See, we knew all these people from white history. Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense because I felt that's the blackest I've ever felt.
Like, what's happening here?
Number 2 in movie theaters, The Conjuring: Last Rites. Number 3, Downton Abbey, the grand finale. I'll tell you something. There's a polishing silverware scene in 3D. That's so fucking good.
Oh, my God.
Number 4, The Long Walk. So that's its first week out, and it went to number 4.
Oh, damn. That's not good.
That's not good at all.
Then, I'll tell you something that isn't good. Spinal Tap 2, the sequel. I didn't see it, but that's at number 9. What came before that is Toy Story. Toy Story, yeah.
Toy Story.
The one you're thinking.
Wow.
After Hamilton, that shit was on Disney, and it's just a play. They don't even act it out like a movie. You know what I mean? That was on TV 5 years ago. That beat Spinal Tap 2. I don't think people really care. To me, it's impressive because those guys are literally 80 years old. I just want to see them walk somewhere.
And so this is a real movie, a Spinal Tap 2 thing.
Yes, I mean it's a mockumentary, but yes, it's a real movie.
And it's from that classic. I've never even seen Spinal Tap, but it's so classic for white folks that I know of Spinal Tap.
Yeah, I know of it because
and I have not heard any fanfare around this. I haven't even seen a trailer for it.
Me either.
Wow.
Yep. Are you seeing? Did you see trailers for it or something?
I did, but I've seen them in. Well, you guys see a lot of movies too.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw it in like for the Naked, but you saw Naked Gun.
Yeah, I did not see this trailer.
I didn't see not one preview.
This is crazy.
Wall commercial.
What the fuck?
Do they know
on the apps or anything?
How about a Black Mirror where if you're black, you don't see some promos?
Man, I'd like to live in that. That would
actually be a great sketch.
Be honest, I had never really heard of Charlie Kirk. Yeah,
right. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know who that white man is. I was like, who?
I barely heard of him. I was like, who's this guy?
Right?
Oh, that's who that guy was. That's how I was.
There was This Is Spinal Tap in 1984. I do think you guys would love it. And it's not overrated. Then and the music I honestly think was great. In fact, I was listening to their early music just the other day. They came up with a second album called Break Like the Wind, and there was a little movie associated with that called The Return of Spinal Tap. That was just all right. It was cute to see them. The music, I think, is legit good. They did a third album called Back from the Dead, but it's basically a best of. A couple things thrown in there, but not worth it. And now we have, in 2025, The End Continues. This album sucks. It for real, the music isn't good. So the mockumentary, you just got to play a clip, and that'll be fine enough. But the music is not good, and that's sad. And it's not about because I was younger, I think. I don't think it's because of nostalgia. I really listen to these old songs, and I think they're legit good.
And so the new movie has new music, and they're 80 making new music?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's fair. What the fuck were they going to do? Yeah.
Right. Number 10, the movie The Sound of Music. So you don't want to be right next to the fucking Sound of Music. Yes, the one you're thinking of.
Damn.
Let's see. Remastered for 2025. In that the Dad Von Trapp, if you saw this movie, has a sit down with Ralph, the daughter's Nazi boyfriend, and says, "Listen, I could be a Nazi and support your daughter. Prove me wrong." And they have a debate about that. And that seems a little.
There's a lot of stuff happening with that.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, let's remember these Nazis and put up The Sound of Music again. You fucking assholes.
Yeah, it's just America's watching it like, I don't get it. Who are the bad guys?
Right. You know what? Let's do our sponsorship. Let's do minimum rate. And I know that this will be in VIP first, but I know I do want to get into Charlie Kirk more, of course. And when something seems important is a big word, but some seems heavy like this, I do like it in the main feed. So this will be VIP commercial free ahead of time first. The next day I'll put it up for regular people because again, it's a continuation of the last show we just did with Rod. But please, Rod, let's who's the sponsor?
This sponsor was actually emailed to me from Buddy Rick, aka the Rocktopus.
Oh yeah, I know Rick.
Okay, so he sent me this copy. All right. Now I didn't work for this myself.
Okay.
He says, "Hey Rod, unfortunately, we haven't been able to retain any clients at McFlack because the premiums have to be through the roof to ensure the fast food customers. People would rather risk death. Now McFlack was insurance for minimum wage, but it's impossible to insure those places. I get it.
Nobody thinks it'll happen to them.
Yeah,
it's like a flood zone.
No, it's like it's like trying to insure an NFL athlete after they get out of NFL. It's impossible. Right. You can't,
Yeah.
So I have a new venture, and I would like to
insure Tom Cruise first in one of his movies.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes, they would.
Yeah. So I have a new venture. I would like to sponsor Last Week on Keith and the Girl.
Okay.
Rant Space. Do you want to bitch and complain about your problems, but you don't really want any solutions or coping techniques?
Okay.
Do you want to whine about your day without some egghead online psychologist trying to get you to make changes? Mm-hmm. Well, Rant Space is for you. Our semi-attentive operators are ready to just let you get it all out. Call up Rant Space and start ranting today. Thanks. Here's the thing now, Rocktopus. We already are sponsored by Worst Help. Mm-hmm. And they kind of seem like they're overlapping into the same thing because the Worst Help specialists also are very inattentive and don't offer any solutions to your advice. Many times hanging up the phone early, missing the appointment, not even responding when you ask questions like, are you there? Are you awake? Or, so I feel like we're already crossing over. But
never mind a therapist coming on Zoom with wet hair. I called once. She was in the shower.
Yes. Yeah.
She's like, go ahead. What?
Yeah. I say, you want me to call back? You got this, right?
Yeah, got this.
The thing is though, we have not made any money from Worst Help.
Right.
So I'm reading this as a warning to Worst Help that, hey,
we might be dropping you.
Other people can do this and want to do this, not work that you don't do. So just come off the money before we have to switch over to Rant Space. Because I'm a capitalist. I'll promote Coke or Pepsi,
right?
Whoever's paying me is who I'm fucking with. So Rant Space, y'all go find. He didn't say if it was a website or something, but we will find out.
We know it's out there.
We can find out if y'all want to push it. Worst Help.
Yeah, you have Talk Space, now you have Rant Space, and you could tell. I mean, speaking of Charlie Kirk, some people, they don't really want good faith-based debate. And they just want to be heard, but they need you standing there. Yeah. I do see the appeal of that for people.
Mm-hmm. So Rant Space.
Okay. All right.
Minimum Rage.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
2 men allegedly called multiple restaurants in their area, including McDonald's, Sonic's, and Domino's.
Oh.
With fraudulent threats or reports of active mass shootings.
Oh, they had time on their hands, didn't they?
The East Alton Police Department were contacted by multiple local businesses in July regarding threatening phone calls or of active shooters and bomb-related threats. After a short investigation, authorities determined the phone calls are all coming from a single home because these weren't geniuses.
They looked up the IP address. They was like, oh, this is all coming from the same telephone.
Listen, guys, I watched a documentary called Highest to Lowest. You got to get a burner phone. That's right. Young Felon knew to get a burner phone.
He had that much sense. Something you could throw in the trash.
Thank God, by the way, these guys were fucking masterminds. They only found ASAP Rocky, right? They didn't find his crew of 18 people there could be a spinoff of these other 17 people that know how to fucking trip, how to stop a subway train so that you happen to drop a bag if you're standing between the subway train and it lands perfectly underneath the train where somebody on a motorcycle catches it only to transfer it to 16 other people. I stayed till after the credits. We never hear about these people.
Yes, just Young Felon. You got the money back. I guess everyone else goes home. That's how we do crime. And of course, Young Felon don't snitch. So I mean, what are the cops gonna do? They gotta just chalk this one up to the world.
You with that laugh, right?
My man, I will not sign you. But yeah, so they figured it out via a short investigation. It was like what? Star 69?
Right.
Reverse phone number search. Like, what could it possibly have been? They arrested a pair of 25-year-olds at a home called Austin Blair and Jarrett Mackey. Court documents reveal specific information about the alleged calls, which began with the call to Taco Bell. I see a dude with a big gun walking towards your store. One of the men said. It was not specified which one was speaking.
Or how big.
Yeah. I want to hear the audio. I feel like in my mind, they sound like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, they probably do. And 25, you could still be living at home with your parents. So could you imagine your parents chilling there and all of a sudden police show up talking about, did you call? You go, I ain't called nobody.
You're still on their insurance, possibly.
Yes, you are. And you auto and health.
If cops come to your house, you know right away it's your fucking kid.
Yes.
Hey, there's been bomb threats to Steve.
Yeah.
Get your ass up here.
They're in the basement. They're on Twitch.
But you know what? I called 911 when I was sick one time, but I was a kid. And so when the person picked up, I panicked and I hung up the phone, not realizing they would call back. Mm-hmm. And my mom, she said, did you call? I said, I don't feel good. She's like, I know, I'm trying to take care of you. She's like, please don't call 911 and have them come to the house. That's a 6-year-old versus a 25-year-old. Completely different.
In a call to Casey's gas station, one of the men reported, there's going to be an active shooter in your store in 5 to 10 minutes. The man continued making similar calls for over a month. Over a month? Man, this must be some like fucking Smallville place.
You know, they probably
didn't get to this.
They probably would have let it go, but they was like, oh, they keep calling back. Shit, Bob, you're going to have to do your job now. We're getting too many complaints. It's been over a month. I know we was gonna let it slide, but it's 50 calls now. We're getting, we got to do something. I bet you they was gonna let that slide, but the number got too big.
Yeah, I feel like Andy Griffith and
yes,
Barney Fife showed up, and they were like, "Oh, they're just kids. Just leave them alone. They'll stop calling eventually." The men continued making similar calls for over a month, with the final charge regarding an incident took place August 27th and affected a business called the Runway Lodge. They are both facing 11 counts of making a terroristic threat.
Huh. Okay. Yeah,
babies having babies.
Death penalty. Too soon?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, Keith, we don't believe in that here, guys.
Oh, it's case by case, apparently. Right.
Yeah. Gotta take it one at a time. Yeah. All right, last one. You know what? Fuck it. Let's keep it in the same vein.
Okay.
A Detroit man. Oh, wait. No. Let's not. That's the same story. Let's do a different one. Man arrested for alleged lewd act in busy Massachusetts fast food restaurant.
Oh.
Raynham, Massachusetts. A Taunton man.
Oh.
Tauton. Taunton.
Okay.
I guess it's the location, even though my accent probably makes it sound like he was taunting people.
Right.
A Taunton man was arrested Saturday evening after allegedly exposing himself inside of a busy fast food restaurant at 5:28 p.m.
Oh, it was daylight hours.
The police were called to investigate 36-year-old Christopher Lloyd Blake. He'd been asked to leave the restaurant several times by employees.
Please.
Sir, put your pants up and get out of here.
First of all, this is the least offensive thing on the scale of minimum wages we've ever read. So, and that's the least they've ever had to deal with, other than a regular, otherwise transaction, where it's like, all right, ask him again, I guess.
Yeah, come on, man.
I bet you they pleaded. They was like, please.
We're going to call the police this time for real, man.
Right.
Despite these requests, he exposed himself near the counter while a family with children was ordering food. Time to learn about the birds and bees, kids. Don't bring your kids in the fucking McDonald's, though. That's your fault. I expect genitals minimum.
Just go through the drive-thru.
When I walk inside of McDonald's, I'm like, I better see some dicks,
If I'm 20 feet away from a deep fryer, pants are on. Always been my rule.
I'm like, you guys fell off if I leave and I don't see any genitals. I'm like, really? What kind of fucking service? I'm calling McDonald's headquarters. The restaurant was particularly crowded at the time as a child's birthday was taking place. Come on.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Did it jizz in the play place? What's happening here?
The play with yourself place. Officers reported that Blake appeared to be highly intoxicated during the incident when police attempted to arrest him. He initially resisted handcuffing, but eventually he complied and was taken into custody without further incident.
He wasn't into it right away?
Nah, it wasn't part of his kink.
He was obstructing justice.
Yeah. He's like, let me finish, and then I'll put on the cuffs.
Did everybody see?
Yeah. What about those kids over there? I feel like I didn't get around to that table.
Yeah, I wanted to put a show on for everybody.
He was charged with open and gross lewdness.
Open and gross.
Yeah.
To be called gross.
Right.
Right?
Well, that's
ew.
Disturbing the peace and resisting arrest. During the booking process at the police station, he continued to be non-compliant and exposed himself again in his cell. He is scheduled to be arraigned on Monday. So there you guys go. Minimum wage.
All right. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Regular restaurants have it going on, it seems.
It seems today that all you see.
Yeah. All right. So before we get to the shows, we're kind of getting into the show. This is the one with Rod that I did about Charlie Kirk when we first got the news, and I reheard it, and I love the show.
Mm-hmm. I was in the background. Yes,
it's passionate. That's my favorite shit. It's important. It's political. It's everything I like. So I enjoyed that. And
was I an asshole?
Yeah, dude. The kid just died.
Son of a bitch! Oh, I tried so hard.
You were a little out of line, but we discussed that too.
Okay.
The Charlie Kirk Show and Turning Point USA, his company, have put out a statement. Every one of us at Turning Point USA is crushed and devastated by the hateful murder of our founder and guiding light, Charlie Kirk. What if it wasn't hateful, though? What if it's that you believe in the Bible so much, you're going to go to heaven? I'm doing the ultimate sacrifice. Mm-hmm. Now you can have debates with and rant space against other fucking angels, you know?
What if he returns 3 days later?
Who knows? He was so into it. He was so into it. Like Rod said, him and Ashley Babbitt just jerking each other off up there. All of us have lost a leader, a mentor, and a friend. Above all, our hearts are with Erica, the wife, and their 2 children. Charlie was the ideal husband and the perfect father. Above all else, we ask you to pray for the Kirks after the incomprehensible loss they have suffered. I'm going to egg on a bunch of motherfuckers and bring my little kids right there with me. But I'm the ultimate father. Just say he's not the ultimate father. Let's say he's not perfect. I'm going to try to piss you off deliberately. Here's my kid next to me.
Yeah, you have security for a reason, you know?
Yes, you do.
There's a reason you don't just walk around without security. And there's a reason you don't see like Malia and Sasha at every Obama event. I mean, come on.
Right, and Rod brought up a great point. He brought up like sports when this one coach lost the game in a big way. So it's contractually obligated that he's got to go. Well, we have to hold on to the ball and not lose the ball and blah blah blah. That dumb shit. They have to do it. That's why they do it. But so this coach went anyway. Here's my little 7-year-old kid with me. Any questions, reporters? No, interesting.
Right.
You don't
want me fired for that loss? No one wants me fired tonight in front of my son. Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, nothing to talk about here. See you next week.
More than anyone, Charlie believed in the power of argument and good faith debate. Now, he is such a bad faith debater that they had to put in good faith. They wouldn't even thought to put that in if the whole world wasn't saying, or half the world wasn't saying, you're bad. You come from bad faith. These aren't real fucking discussions. You're not putting out a pamphlet of shit you've learned over the years through debating kids.
Right. Yeah.
Good
faith debate with 18-year-olds.
And I've seen some of these debates. Like somebody said, what are your thoughts on Elon Musk when he gave that Nazi salute, slapping his hand and his chest and throwing his hand up and acted like that was just a way to say thank you. And then he did it twice. This is how he good faith debates. Yeah, you really think Elon's a Nazi? Well, I saw a fucking Nazi salute and he supports Nazis, as far as I'm concerned, without exaggeration. So yeah, there's a fiber of your being that thinks Elon's a fucking Nazi. That's how my dad debated.
Right. Yeah.
Really? You think that? I do think that. Well, there was a Jesus. Okay, I didn't think there was. Oh, you really think there wasn't a son of God? Never mind. Can I go to bed? I'm tired.
Right. Why are we talking? And the thing about this was they can't even use this on quotes. So that right there on top of itself lets me know that he isn't this angel. He isn't this victim that y'all paint him to be. And my thing is he talked a lot of shit. He argued with people. He pissed off multiple different groups. He had to have security. And the thing is, the person that killed you was more radical than you.
That's what it
Isn't
sounded.
that nuts?
Yeah.
He wasn't enough. The theory right now is that he wasn't hardcore religious enough.
He wasn't. And on top of that, why would I be sad for a person that advocated guns and literally advocated his own death? This is how I view it. You basically publicly said shit about guns and about violence and things like this. Mm-hmm. And then you die by guns, and I'm like, okay, this is part of the Second Amendment right.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I am on the side of I don't want to see people die by guns.
He was on the side of that. To say that. Yeah, we're all on the side of that.
He was on the side of it's okay.
Agreed.
I do get sad when people get I hated that I saw that video. Right. I didn't want to see that shit. That fucked me up.
I could see that. I didn't see
it. So I get that this is his legacy that he left behind.
Right.
And it is a legacy of hatred that people are responding to. And you don't get to just sanitize it with death and be like, well, now that he's dead, that stuff wasn't real. The only thing that's real is the tragedy of him losing his life. Yeah, it's tragic that anyone gets killed in like in public like that in front of people. A bunch of motherfuckers that probably ain't want to see that shit. A lot of them people that came there were against him because that's what his thing isn't. Everyone coming and supporting me. A lot of those people are there like, I'm here to fight you because they're kids and they're still dumb. They still have hope. But
yeah, they do.
So they just watched a fucking murder. I get that. I get why. But what happens is they try to spin this narrative of only the tragic part of this matters.
And I think that's
none of the things that led to the tragedy count.
Right. And I think for me, that's what bothers me the most. You want to act like I didn't see what I seen. You want to act like I didn't see the quotes.
And they're targeting people talking about this shit and trying to get people jobs. It's not even a fair environment. People are saying one woman was fired today from the Washington Post and all she did was quote his own quote.
Yes.
And just tweet that. That's it. And she got fired. This is not a environment where you're even allowed to say, I'm not mourning this guy, or I can't believe you guys are sad about it without paying some type of consequence. They're hunting people down.
Right. Where's the freedom of speech?
It was what I believe at NBC. And a guy said, you put out this hateful rhetoric. Unfortunately, hateful things might happen. He got fired for that because everybody's fucking nervous because too many people made phone calls. No, that is a fact.
Yes, it is.
No matter what side you're on of Charlie Kirk, that is a fact. That is what happened. His hateful shit got him in trouble. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it should have happened, and I wasn't fucking dancing when it happened.
Right.
I'm saying it won't keep me up at night. That's what I'm saying.
The same way that he said empathy is like a weakness, and this shit doesn't keep him up at night. I don't know why they expect everyone else to be better than him. I'm not, that's not the rules.
Right. More than anyone, Charlie believed in the power of argument and good faith debate to find the truth and guide people towards, if not agreement, then at least mutual understanding. Yeah, these debaters, it's for you to agree. It's not like we can't have an honest communicate. Yeah, we can. Should we do it? No, you just didn't do your research right. Goodbye. Charlie was no stranger to threats. He received thousands throughout his life, but he always prioritized reaching as many young Americans as possible over his own personal safety. Now Charlie has become America's greatest martyr to the freedom of speech he so adored. In his 31 years, Charlie lived more than any of us will in 100. He had an overwhelming passion for life and a deep belief in his power as an individual to make a difference. With the spirit of a pioneer, Charlie launched Turning Point out of his parents' garage as an 18-year-old with no money, no name recognition, only a dream. His energy and drive were awe-inspiring. Turns out there are many racists all over the place. Without equal... Oh, my goodness, what? Charlie refused to squander a single day of his life. He was a natural builder and problem solver. He loved a challenge and saw every setback as a chance to learn, grow, pray, and try again. He was a fundamentally decent, always eager to make new friends and allies and to support and defend the ones he had already made. His values were timeless American ones: honesty, Fourth, righteousness, duty, loyalty, and fair play. Charlie loved America, its people, its constitution, its freedom, and the limitless good all of them had done for the world. Above all, Charlie lived every day with an overflowing love of the Christ he knew he would one day get to see. Well, there you go. Don't feel too bad. When asked, Charlie said that above all, he wished to be remembered for his faith. Far more than any political victory, Charlie wanted to see a spiritual revival among America's youth. He wanted a nation of happy, thriving families who loved God and each other. At his final public speech, just days before the murder, Charlie witnessed to Christ to an audience of non-believers. Even in his very last moments, Charlie was professing the gospel. He ran his race well all the way to the end. Now he goes to his heavenly reward. Okay, so he's fine. And now the wife is, and sure, she's going through what she's going through. But man, she gave a speech. You have, quote, you have no idea what you have just unleashed by killing him. You have no idea the fire you have ignited. If you think that his messages were something before, you ain't seen nothing yet. What the fuck is this? His message about that are anti-gay, anti-trans, misogynistic, racist. Oh,
that
you think that was something?
She believed it too.
Well, it's interesting because she's not saying the things from the statement you just read, right? Like she's not like, oh, you think we weren't forthright before?
Right.
You think we weren't bringing families before? Now we're really going to bring families together. Now people are really going to be proud to be American. Like it was a threat to a bunch of people that didn't even do this thing to you.
Yes. On September 10, 2025, activist Charlie Kirk, 31, was fatally shot during a Q&A session at the American Comeback Tour in Utah Valley University in Utah by 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, they found, who was arrested 2 days later. Erica Kirk has vowed that the mission will grow stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever before. She writes, the evildoers who took Charlie's life, they have no idea what they have done. If they thought the husband's mission was powerful before, by the way, the evildoers, meaning Democrats, like she posted, not this guy.
This one guy.
This one guy took your husband's life, dog.
Yep.
If they if they thought my husband's mission was powerful before, they have no idea what they have just unleashed. What could that mean? Not just across the country, but in me. Charlie always said, quote, never surrender. Like
he also said women should know their place and stay in the house and let the man do all the work. So
no exaggeration. No exaggeration.
Why would they follow a woman-led movement at this point?
Right.
Wouldn't it be like you need to go find a man to carry out his mission?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the patriarchy doesn't pass the mic. You're not in charge now.
You are not.
Here's the Atlantic had an article called some time ago, The Marriage Effect. And the subtitle was, a common narrative has it that commitment and motherhood make women unhappy. A common narrative has it that commitment and motherhood make a woman unhappy. New data suggests that the opposite is true. Charlie Kirk just took a picture of that headline and retweeted, in a shocking twist, an obvious, insane, and evil lie created to destroy society was untrue. Marriage and motherhood make women happier because, of course, they do. Yes, he knows that men do the fucking work, and women take care of the kids in the home. After Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced their engagement, Kirk fantasized about Kelce making Swift more conservative and begged the pop star to, quote, submit to her husband. Quote, this is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative. Engage in reality more. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in charge what? You're a singer. But you don't she doesn't need to be on stage. She's a woman.
And now his wife is on stage and planning to lead this movement and raising money. They started raising money immediately. That was wild to me to be like, I can't imagine something happens to Karen and within 24 hours, I'm like, if you want to donate $50,000 so Rod can continue doing the blackout test, I can't even imagine that. But at the same time, I had this thought, which was, if you're talking about people that can't imagine Barack Obama's tears being real for dead children,
right?
Then how can they ever really truly have empathy for even one of their own dying? Because you thought it was fake that someone had empathy for children dying. You already are so cynical that even one of yours dying, you're like, what's the opportunity from this? What's the bigger game at play?
Right. And all the alive presidents, no matter what side of the aisle, said how sad this is and that the violence has no place and blah, 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 except Trump, who said it's war on liberals.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And then said the renovations to the White House. Have you seen them?
Yeah, right. How are you holding
they're
up?
doing great.
The ballroom's going great. Like, well, okay, you're not empathetic, motherfucker. But again,
wow,
no room for empathy. The movement my husband built will not die. She continued. I refuse to let that happen. And if you refuse to let Charlie's vision die, join me in making Turning Point USA the biggest thing that this nation has ever seen. Thank you for Charlie, Erica Kirk. And then, like you said, you can make one-time payments, monthly payments from $25. She'll allow you to go up to $100,000. You can also put more if you click other. Good.
Right.
A grift in no time. They're multi-millionaires, by the way. Keep that in mind.
Right. Yeah. Already making money off of him dying. That's insane. I saw JD Vance hosted his show. I'm like, they didn't even stop the show. So the whatever the Charlie Kirk show is going, and the vice president is hosting it and talking about how he's gonna get the liberals that did this. I'm like, y'all didn't even stop to take a breath of like,
right,
man, our homie died. That's crazy.
Following the release of an NBC poll illustrating the differences in priorities between Gen Zers, which showed that Gen Z women who voted for Kamala Harris see having a fulfilling career as a marker of success, Kirk said, Democrat women want to die alone without children. Kirk was asked what he would want his daughter to do if she were 10 years old and pregnant following rape. He said, well, the baby would be delivered. Mm-hmm. This guy's a hardcore motherfucker. Yeah. He also said black women, quote, do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. They have to steal white person slots to be taken somewhat seriously. Are all these out of context? And you notice that when these guys, kind of like you guys alluded to already, when they go, take it out of context, you have time to talk.
Yeah.
Right. What's the context? Not
right. They don't ever like explain beyond that point.
And like I said, there's a journalist who was fired, black woman.
Yeah.
And all she did was post that quote, Keith.
Yes.
Like, no, she didn't add there was no editorializing. There wasn't even like a fuck him or what. It was this quote from this guy. She was fired.
Yeah. Quote, a man who calls himself trans is wearing woman face, no difference than I would wear blackface trying to be a black person. It's assuming an identity that isn't yours. Kirk insisted black people were better in the 1940s under Jim Crow laws. He's not a comedian.
Right.
He wasn't making a joke.
Where's the yucks?
Mm-hmm.
Weekly Doubt says, don't yuck my yum is the greatest saying ever invented. So I said on the show with Rod, yeah, it's okay if you don't know how to feel. It's crazy. Right. It's nuts. It's a bad fucking dude. But a bad thing happened that took him out. It's okay to not know how to feel. And I said, but don't yuck my yum. And that's, you don't got to jump on other people. Or like, you know what? I'd rather he just evaporated, but I'm not sad he's not here. And don't yuck that yum. Anytime I heard it, it was from a transgender person, a gay person, a person, maybe even a polyamorous person, a person not what we would consider the norm. Hey, don't worry what I'm doing in my bedroom. You do you. You go to church. Don't yuck my yum. That's why I said that, because he was so anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-anything other. Don't yuck my yum, says Weekly Doubt, is the greatest saying ever invented. As a trans, non-binary, queer person, I'm scared and I'm tired of being scared. I will celebrate this dude's X from humanity while still recognizing that if this country had real gun laws, he might not have been killed. My take, one less hateful voice is good, but the anticipated response is terrifying. P.S. I live in Utah. I hear that. Let's see. He's a big fan. See, here's the thing, too, and I've said this before, and, I got hassle for this, hassle in quotes, but letters. When I did stand-up saying you can't be a good person and a good Christian. Mm-hmm. You can't follow the Bible the way you're supposed to and be a human fucking being. You can't, are you into gays having rights like straight people? Do you, then you're not following God. So I guess in Charlie Kirk's defense, he's following the Bible and reiterates, you want to ask me about gays? You shall not lie with another man. If you're a man, you will be stoned to death. This is a quote, God's perfect law when it comes to sexual matter. Nothing's taken out of context.
Right.
it's 2025 and now you know gays are people, what the fuck are you celebrating or condemning?
You know what's wild?
I'm a better person than Charlie Kirk, and that's a goddamn fact. And for you to shit on me, and I'll read some of these that I did get, is shocking.
Yeah, and what's wild is that he did not start off as hardcore right wing as he ended up becoming in the last like 4 or 5 years.
It progressed.
And part of the reason he became hardcore is because of this whole infighting on the right, where Nick Fuentes and other influencers were like, this guy's, he's not really one of us. He's not MAGA enough. He's like kind of he's a moderate to us. And so he did have a time where, which I think is worse, he had a time where he wasn't that anti-gay. And then he was like, well, shit, I got to catch up. I can't be out here letting other motherfuckers make all the trans money. So now I got to be anti-trans, anti-gay. I got to be hardcore about it. And that's where he ended up. So like when people say, you know, the context, I'm like, it's worse if you look at the context. It's worse to get worse than to be like, oh, he used to be a piece of shit. But if you like really look at that, he said that a long time ago, and he was getting worse as he was getting more famous. That's
so
bad.
If anything, he's fake and he's going for the money, like you see some of these right-wing comedians do. They don't believe in this shit.
Right. I don't think they do.
Some of them. You know the ones.
Yeah.
This person writes, let's see. I have his name here, but it's so Matt, maybe. I don't know. I guess I think murdering people because of political speech is bad and nothing to celebrate. Well, you're so brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we're saying. It happened though, and he's a bad fucking dude.
Yeah. I didn't do it.
I didn't either.
I wasn't rooting for it. I wasn't saying nothing.
We must be real, said Charlie Kirk at the time. We must be honest with the population when you ask about the Second Amendment. Having an armed citizenry comes with a price. And that is part of liberty. We need to be very clear that you're not going to get gun deaths to zero. It will not happen. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment. So when Turning Point USA says he's a martyr, I guess he is.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, once again, this is when you argue with 18-year-olds.
Right.
Gun deaths to zero? Right. So if we can't get zero, we just got to stay. Let me check the numbers. The most in the world every year, all the time.
World.
What kind of fucking, anyway, that's just dumb. It's just dumb. And that you can make that pass when you argue online or with kids. Like when you're not really a real person trying to have a real conversation. That's not good faith. That's
so
bad
everything's going to be peachy keen. Is that what you're saying? Like what, simpleton?
Right. You know, that's not what people are. No one's saying, hey man, there's a lot of mass shootings, but we should have zero gun deaths and then that'll fix everything. They're going, maybe not as many mass shootings.
Not as many. Let's drop the number a little bit.
Kirk insisted, quote, gun control, like vaccines and masks, is focused on making people feel safe by taking freedoms away from others. Don't fall for it. We're never going to be able to fight the government with tanks, drones, and fucking stealth planes, okay?
Right.
So don't worry about that part. And what the fuck? Masks, vaccines, right? Those words rouse some of you up, right? What freedom was being taken away with the masks? The freedom to breathe?
Right.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Not to die with the vaccines?
Right. I can't stand the word empathy, actually, he said. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage. Well, maybe we can use a little more. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Michelle writes, been following you since the beginning, to me. Been following you since the beginning before having a podcast was cool. But enough already. Peace sign. Like, peace out, she means, of course. I tried to have an honest debate. I wrote back, don't be a dink. I heard this Rod pointed out that she wrote it twice. This was on Instagram.
Yeah. She left the same comment on Instagram, like maybe he won't see it the first time. I am leaving the show, and if you didn't see, I am also leaving the show.
Make sure you get the point.
Still going.
You're still backing out the door.
My favorite part is when you go, this show sucks. It has sucked for a long time. I haven't liked it in forever. But today is the day. It's like, what were you hanging on for?
I'm a mile away from my computer and I'm never listening again. Did you catch that?
Oh, and then they're refreshing, looking for replies.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, they were.
I wrote, I heard this snowflake who obviously supports and encourages good faith, open discussion the first fucking time. Jesus. And then Michelle writes, absolutely not a snowflake. And I know I'm saying that in the right tone. First of all, I'm the least snowflake person you would ever know. Like, that's a real fucking word. I am not a snowflake.
That's a word I thought Charlie was for freedom of speech.
Yeah. Yep. You haven't been relevant for years. I love hearing that because it's always from people that are listening.
Yeah, I don't understand. That's truly not the insult you think it is.
It's not.
You're on my page. You went to find me.
Yeah, you press play, not me.
This is not even like an at will. Like, I'm not in your face. I didn't put out an ad. You went and found the Instagram.
Yes, you did.
Because you were so pissed at probably just a title.
Right.
Yes.
And you just jumped in here just to throw your feelings around.
Right.
For a guy who's like, feelings are bad.
Yep.
Right.
Caring is bad. Empathy is bad.
Oh my God.
I did rate her. I said, no joke. You want to be a guest on my show in honor of Charlie and his open dialogue. Communication is all we got. It's weird I didn't hear from her since.
Right.
It's interesting.
No fight.
This person, D Shad. Let's see. What is this? Oh, never mind. This is nothing. Let's see. Yeah, nothing. This person, Jake STBS. Jake STBS. My first Keith and the Girl episode was late 2005. I haven't missed one since. I own a ton of Keith and the Girl merch and have read the great American novel 3 times. Keith was the funny guy. Kenda was grounded and motherly. It was a great mix. I remember all the scandals, the announcement that Keith and Kenda weren't together. Others like Patrice, Spooky, Eats Paste, Pat Dixon. Don't put Spooky in that. And lots of others. I have laughed really hard more times than I can count. It was a familiar place to go when I wasn't doing well, and it was the same for a lot of people. Recently, Keith's TDS, and I had to look that up, Trump derangement.
The Daily Show.
Right.
Okay.
When we have troubles with the rate being, anti-human rights, it's Trump derangement syndrome. People
we're crazy.
We're
crazy.
Okay.
Now why? Nobody even knows. We can't have a cure because we don't know the cause.
And of course, he says it so much, he abbreviated it and expected you to understand it as well. Okay.
Yeah. They're taking away our TDS. There's going to TDS.
Right.
I never had a President DS in my lifetime, but somehow we have it with this, and it has its own name.
I've never said the National Football Association.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I say it that much, and we all know what it is.
Right.
You have to have been surrounded in such a bubble of like-minded people that you're using TDS to us normies,
right?
And expecting us to be like, oh yeah, of course, Trump derangements.
I saw that
Daily
Show too.
Honestly, I saw that comment and was like, what the fuck does the Daily Show have to do with this? And then I saw Keith reply like Trump derangement syndrome. I was like, oh yes, okay, I see what you mean. I'm crazy.
Recently, Keith's TDS has been a problem, but the rest of the show is usually good. This thumbnail, a picture of Charlie Kirk, and the title Charlie Jerk gives me, it's very clever because he is a jerk and his head jerked. This thumbnail and the title Charlie Jerk gives me a very heavy heart. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but KATG has been a big part of my life and I feel I'm being pulled away from one show.
Yeah.
Right.
All the merch and the times you read my books and et cetera, et cetera. This is just crazy. This dialogue on this side.
And you know what, Keith? A lot of people, I'm on the outside looking in, a lot of people are very delusional when it comes to Hemda because they think that Hemda just kind of sat behind and didn't really have a voice of her own and didn't speak out and shit like that. And she was just motherly all the time, kind of quote unquote, keeping Keith in place. And that's not true.
Not.
So it's almost like you're demeaning her importance to the show when you say things like that.
I always listen because I didn't know what y'all would say.
Right.
And I definitely didn't know which way Hemda would lean on certain things. And I mean that like, some days she's like, and the back and forth was good, because some days it was like, you're like, oh, she's probably going to be like, oh, it's sad and it's tragic that anyone dies for any reason. And then some days she's like, fuck that motherfucker. And you're like, okay, so that's how she felt about. So like this person making up another version of him that absolutely would have been like, Keith, come on, this guy was a good guy. Like what?
Keith would have read them quotes and she'd have been like, oh, fuck him.
That's what, honest to God, no joke.
She didn't know who he was at first.
Yeah.
In my mind, it's him that would start with, I saw this video. Right. And it made me sad and it was bad. No one should have to die like that.
Right.
And Keith's like, oh yeah. And then he goes through every quote he just did on this show. And then by the end, she's like, yeah, I guess, that's fucked up. He did do a lot of bad things and people are gonna get him.
So let's see. I said, I think Charlie would tell you that you're reactionary to the information that you don't even have yet. This show just went up. You didn't have time to even get to that part of the show yet.
Right.
Which is why they're only commenting on the show art in the title.
Right.
Because they don't have nothing else to base
the
comments on.
I hope I am. You don't have to keep typing, though. The thought did cross my mind. I've just been tired the last few days. I need a break from the internet. Heart.
Now, that part is real. You do need a break from the internet.
Take a break. All right. It's heavy shit. You don't know how to process it. Nothing is weirder than death. Forgiven, I said. Also, don't regurgitate dumb shit like Trump derangement syndrome. You're your own person. Peace and love. And then he wrote back, I can't believe that you made me listen to that.
You made him? Damn. Why would you make him do that? You went in his house and they played?
Such misinformed hate that he's racist, that he's misogynic, that he's homophobic, that obviously he's transphobic, that he's fine with your rates being taken away. That's just misinformed. Me and Rod just happened to be misinformed.
Yeah.
Don't look into it. You obviously thought I was intelligent in general, Jake.
Right.
But now
for
I'm just
20 years.
full-blown, for 20 years. Now I'm just a full-blown misinformed idiot.
Right.
And keep in mind, you didn't even do this quote, but Charlie Kirk says when he sees a black pilot on a plane, he immediately assumes that guy is not qualified to be a pilot. He starts hoping that the guy could possibly pilot this plane. But that's not misinformed. That's not judging something by its cover. That's not immediately making assumptions. And you want me to assume a person that thinks like that has never said or done anything racist in their life. I'm supposed to take that in and go, nothing racist to see there.
Right. Mm-hmm. And Jake, even if you did take one, and I don't think you can take any of these quotes I said, but even if you took one and went, what he meant was, there's 80,000 of these.
Yes.
So what the fuck are you doing? You're bad faith. Or an idiot.
Right.
In best case, you're a fucking idiot. So listen to me when I'm telling you what's right, because you're a maroon. Such misinformed hate. You and Rod obviously didn't know how important he was. That has nothing to do with anything. No, I didn't know that he got powerful people in the White House. That's disgusting.
Right.
Yeah, no, I did not Trump know that. 100 times during his first term.
Mm-hmm.
Would say that again?
He visited Trump 100 times during his first term.
Mm-hmm.
I have Charlie derangement syndrome. He never was racist or misogynistic. Never.
Never.
You can't explain to why some people feel that way, though, Jake. You wrote enough.
But this is what has been interesting is since his death, there's been this, what I call greed of the people that support him and liked him. They're so greedy because they want reverence of this guy who wasn't reverent of other people at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's greedy. You know what he stood for.
Yeah.
You liked it.
Yes,
you agreed with it, which is why you don't want to hear us tell you that we didn't agree. But his whole fucking life was people don't agree with me and I go and argue with them.
Yes.
Did you think we would start agreeing because he died? That he didn't win the debate. We're still the rest of us alive are carrying the torch of this guy was full of shit and we don't like him and we don't agree with him. So you can't just be like, guys, he was never bad. He was always great. He was a saint, not to us.
He was even full of shit to the second he died. That he was talking to a kid about transgender people starting all these mass shootings. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because just recently a transgender person killed 2 people. Yeah, and then, so this guy goes, okay, so transgender people shouldn't be able to have the Second Amendment? Yes, because it's a mental disease. How many transgender people then, Charlie, have been in mass shootings, have started mass shootings? Too many. Yeah, that's good faith right there. It's like, well, it's actually this many, not 0.1% of a fucking person. And then Charlie goes, wow, you're talking about mass. Are we talking gang violence? Like, that's going to go somewhere fucking racist. Like, are you talking gang violence? Because I don't talk about that. And then boom, the shot in the neck right there. He was being stupid to the day he died. Yep. You need to come out of your echo chamber, Jake writes, and look around. I'm done with KATG, someone I look to as a comedy great and has disappointed me greatly. I see somebody else here is weighing in. I already had to stop listening to Ian Lee and Kath after so many years because they were just as misinformed. A lot of misinformed people that you thought were otherwise smart. Two comedy heroes gone. I'm not even a Republican. I just know that this is wrong. Thanks for almost 4,000 episodes, and I'm done. I blew it in one fucking hour.
Oh man,
I
we're
wish
never
you
gonna
well.
not make money from that person not supporting you again.
Again, they probably wasn't premium or nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you believe in human rights, and I want this. You thought I believed in human rights before? You wait to find out how Keith Malley of Keith and the Girl believes in human rights now. KeithandTheGirl.com/donate. I love human rights, and I love it even more, and I'll force the rights on you.
Yes.
You know these people, they see like a homeless guy in the street, but their job is to go up to them and see if they need help. I'm forcing human rights on you.
I'm going up to you
and
being like, why aren't you helping that guy?
Yeah.
That's how crazy I'm going to get. You guys fucked up.
Do something.
You guys don't even know what you unleashed. I'm going to care about trans people so hard.
The
harder than I
niceness is
did
going to
before.
come out of every fucking pore. There's going to be rainbows all over the fucking place.
I'm going to be
Glitter.
I want to support women's equal pay. I want women to get paid more than me. Fuck equal pay. Y'all woke a sleeping fucking giant.
That's right. If you agree women should be paid more, KeithandTheGirl.com/donate.
Let's go.
Come on now. It's ridiculous. Thanks almost 4,000 episodes, but I'm done. And I'm not a snowflake. I added that.
Yeah.
Come on, but I'm done. Because I saw a picture and Charlie Jerk. I'm done.
Refresh. Did anyone like it yet?
Yeah,
Refresh.
Wait, no.
Did he reply?
Comment?
Refresh.
Yep.
Let me go check the feed, and hopefully he'll put this one out for free.
Let me check Instagram. Was he on Reddit? Let me check Facebook.
I wish you well. Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you have your eyes open. That's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wayward Toad. Oh, interesting. Says, wild to say you're never racist. One of the videos that's going around is literally calling someone a racial slur, like you mentioned. Yeah, he's not racist. He's not misogynistic. He's really stupid or he's deliberately lying. That's it. Yeah. Go fuck yourself, Jake.
You need it that bad. That's crazy to need it. Yeah. That person to need it that bad for a guy that controversial. Like,
right.
Look, we've all had people that died, you know what I'm saying? Like in real life and in celebrities and all this shit. It's so greedy to just be like, nah, man, it's like whenever you see like one of these celebrities that gets canceled for being a piece of shit. And then it's like, but you didn't like R. Kelly's albums? And you're like, well, yeah, the music was good before I knew he was a fucking rapist. And then like,
beforehand.
Okay, so you think he did it?
Yes.
It's greedy to be like the music's great and also he's innocent. No, you can love that music. I don't think it's that great, but you can love that music and be like, yeah, but he did that shit. I think the world would be better if everyone would just stop. Like Mike Tyson, entertaining comic, cartoon. You see him in comedy. I get it. He did that shit. He went to jail because he did that shit. Well, he still says he didn't do it. Oh, really? Because I think a lot of rapists say they don't do shit. That's kind of the whole fucking point. We'd be better off if people could at least be honest. Because I'm not even asking you to be like a good moral person. I don't even think. I get that everyone has these things. Kanye used to make dope fucking music.
Yes.
I don't need to like lie and be like, so you saying slavery is not a choice? Like, what are we doing? Just fucking give it up. Like, yes, the guy was a firebrand. You could even made a point of like, he died on his shield. He died because he believed you got to be out here in their face fucking fighting the liberals. Instead, they're like, he died a fucking perfect angel.
Yeah, they wanted to be a victim.
He just wanted to communicate with the ideas he didn't even agree to, and he would hear your side.
He died praying for these people. It's like, why are y'all lying?
Yes, in my face.
When Robin Williams died, I brought up that he was a joke thief. I might have a thought or two on Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You still be getting on Robin Williams' ass, and he been dead like 20 years.
Right. And he was a kinder person than Charlie Kirk, guaranteed.
Right. Yeah.
I saw on Instagram one of your shirts, Rod, and I love it, and it's perfectly timely. It just has a black shirt with big white bold lettering. Just so we're clear, Slavery was bad.
Yes.
You got to say that nowadays.
That shirt is hilarious.
It's
Ain't
not
that
a debate
sad you got to say that?
I don't have to sit down with the Nazi to make the world a better fucking place. Sound of Music, now in the top 10 in theaters. Watch it.
Yes. And I think that's one of the things that has been so apparent. Because if you look at the people that are like really promoting this, Charlie Kirk was a great guy and it was just a difference of opinion. Whether they're liberal, centrist, or Republican, almost all of them are just white people. Right. And it has this vibe of like, well, I can sit down and debate if black people should have rights. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
Right.
And it's like, and then that's all he wanted to do was just maybe trans people should. Why can't we discuss it? Why can't we discuss it? And you would almost go, okay, so you're a free speech absolutionist and you like debate and that's what he lived on. And you don't give a fuck how fucked up it is. You were willing to debate it. Except anyone saying anything about this man's death, y'all are trying to literally get these people fired.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're trying to pass laws. You don't want people to immigrate to the country. So you don't really believe that shit.
Trump's checking, without exaggeration, Trump's checking visas if you said anything a certain way. This is kind of good news in a way that it's the ultimate debate you could be having with people.
Right.
You know, right?
That's what I'm saying.
You
like
be getting hard over this.
If you really believed in his mission, you'd be debating the people, not trying to fucking destroy the people. Right. But maybe that's not what his mission was it? Maybe his mission was one of destruction. Maybe that's his real legacy. Maybe that's why J.D. Vance is on his show and saying he's going to destroy some liberal institutions that had nothing to do with it. Maybe that's why one of the congresswomen, Nancy Mace or whatever her name is saying, my last text with him, he was like, we should send the National Guard into these black cities. The black cities didn't kill him. Did he get killed in Chicago? Was it the Crips? Was it the Bloods? No.
He got killed in the most liliest of white states we got in our goddamn country.
But my point is, the legacy you want to carry on that you're saying is in his name is one of fucking with black people. It's
right.
Why wouldn't the legacy be something we need to educate these kids in college? And you don't want to pass those things. It's fucking insane. And I'm not stupid. I can see what you're doing and you're not slick by going, my feelings are hurt that you said who he really is. Yes, bitch, I did. I'll go down for that. That's fine because I'm right.
Right, of course. And by the way, speaking of the NFL, I didn't realize this because they don't show it on TV, of course. All but 5 teams had a moment before the kickoff dedicated to Charlie Kirk on the big screen. What's understood should be a moment of silence. Charlie Kirk and his his year of birth to 2025.
Oh, I didn't see that because we watch Red Zone, so we don't get to see none of that.
Yeah, well, even regular TV, they wouldn't show it. At least I saw the Pittsburgh game; they didn't show it. Only the Detroit Lions, Bengals, Ravens, and Colts and Vikings did not pay tribute. All the other teams did.
Yep.
Daily Mail contacted all 5 teams to ask why they didn't honor Kirk. Indianapolis explained, why bother? Indianapolis explained that the team instead had, listen to this bullshit. Indianapolis explained that the team instead had a moment of silence for Forrest Lucas, founder of Lucas Oil, the namesake for the stadium, which was always planned after he passed away last month. There's not enough time.
You can't do 2.
Yep. You can only there can only be one.
We rented a specific death chyron, and we can only use it.
Who could make a graphic? You got to put a whole picture up there.
Too much work.
The guy that does the pictures, we said we're good. We have this one.
Yeah,
I did not expect another killing in America.
We put up an immediate emergency order, and he was like, "I can't possibly
too short
find
of
the time
notice
to put this up between Wednesday and Sunday. It's just too little notice."
The Lions, Bengals, and Ravens and Vikings knew enough not to respond.
That's what you do. You just don't respond and keep it pushing, and nobody would care.
Oh, sorry. We were already sad over Lucas Oil. So
shout out to all the teams that got bailed out because they were on the road.
Yeah.
All those owners who are like, thank God we're playing in Jacksonville or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then of course, it's infuriating because you know how the NFL works. There were some black people that did not like him that played in that stadium, that worked on that team, and they had to sit there in silence going, fuck this guy, but I don't want to be the next Kaepernick. And now it's a whole fucking thing. People are so angry that you can't even say the truth about the guy.
And never mind Kaepernick's kneel and that at the end zone. You know what? Do mind. And in the end zones, they have end racism, and they have it on the back of helmets. Charlie Kirk, let's have a moment of silence. Fuck out of here.
Well, I did see for these games they put question marks at the end racism.
What do you guys want? We're Cracker Barrel. We're listening.
Let's hear both sides of end racism. It takes all of us. I don't know. Maybe just some of us.
I guess.
The decision came after the Ravens held a moment of silence when George Floyd was killed by Minneapolis police. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this okay? Let's see. The decision comes after the Ravens held a moment of silence when George Floyd was killed by Minneapolis police by Derek Chauvin in 2020. By the way, keep in mind, what can you say about Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk said that George Floyd was a piece of shit. He said, quote, he's a scumbag, and he's not sad he's dead. Okay, so keep in mind who we're talking about and what we're talking about. All right, that's not important.
Also, this is very telling because this is another thing I was thinking.
Oh, but sorry, players from both franchises took a knee to protest months later, of course.
So this is the thing I was thinking because I'm like, this response is crazy to me. There are very few things that shock me in America. This is one of those times where I'm like, what?
People are just saying like basic shit and they like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, also like making a moment of silence is such a like, because that's not like those trolls on the internet trying to destroy people's lives. That's the NFL doing that, right? That's the owners, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that is so like jarring is like this, it immediately makes you understand what they're doing, in my opinion, which is for all that time that people were like, from Trayvon Martin to George Floyd, there was a type of person who was like resentful. They were like, you're making me hold my tongue. People who are saying bad things about George Floyd and Trayvon Martin are getting fired for being racist. They're getting called out. They're getting doxxed or whatever. And for many of us, we were like, yeah, that's progress. We're getting to a not racist place by being like, you should feel bad for being racist. Stop being racist. And the whole time they were like, and one day we're going to get you guys back.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the get back. This
is
that's
why they're so adamant.
The reason they're able to make mental gymnastics that is all the same is George Floyd. You guys fucking did a knee for George Floyd. He's not an NFL player. He's a piece of shit. And you did it anyway. And I can't even call him a piece of shit. If I call him a piece of shit, I'm getting fired. And so now this guy's dead. They're getting their moment of silence. Like, yeah, you better. Right. And then it's anyone going, well, this guy's really a piece of shit. Like we got video of it. And it's like, no, now you get fired. You get fired. It's your turn. We got fired. Your turn to get fired. That's how this all feels. It feels very childish and petty.
Yes.
And obviously it's not equal. It's you're mad at me because I cheated on you. And then I go, well, you didn't do the dishes. It's like, what the fuck is happening? This is not equal.
That's a great point. The Steelers, my team, had their flag at half staff for their game against Seattle. Well, you know what? I'd be playing like dog shit too. My head might not be in the right place.
Aaron Rodgers, the only one playing extra hard. Everybody else like, chill out.
Right. On Friday, the NFL. So I believe the killing was on Wednesday. On Thursday, whatever teams played that day had to have that. And then on Friday, the NFL said, you guys decide if you want to have it. But you know what? People don't want fucking hassle. I get that's why they do it. And I get that it would fucking sicken the shit out of me. And good for those 5 teams with balls.
But also, these owners are rich. There's 29 rich white dudes and 1 rich brown dude who own NFL teams. Most of them donate to conservative causes, pal around with Trump. Like, to them, you know, like,
say nothing.
That's the thing. Like, I'm not under any illusions that these motherfuckers are like these super liberal guys. Like,
agreed.
It's so like, to me, it's funny because if they would have done the opposite and been like, guys, we're mandating a moment of silence for George Floyd, they would have fought against that shit. But it was like the players want it. And there's 70% of them are black. So like they're going to get it this time. But yeah, it just feels like.
By the way, when they said teams, I'm thinking the team. It's not the teams that decide. It wasn't Mike Tomlin that said put it at half mast.
It's one person that makes that decision in all those stadiums. Yeah,
Mike Tomlin doesn't want to do this.
Right. Yeah. Most of the players don't want to do this.
Like this is somebody at the top. And you're right. I don't, because like the people that own the Steelers are actually pretty like liberal people. So I do understand that they still have to make a calculation at the top, which is like, do we want to deal with the blowback from this shit? Because it's not good for business. But I'm saying there's a lot of them. People like Jerry Jones, I'm sure he didn't need to be talked into it.
Oh, no, he would have did it regardless.
He probably was the one like, we're doing it. Is everyone else not doing it? What the fuck's wrong with them? Like, yeah, we get it. We know your morals.
The NFL said, this is just funny. They're like, hey, anybody saying, hey, this is controversial. Why do you have this moment of silence? Well, there have been a variety of moments of silence and tributes in stadium and on air in all games or a game immediately following events that rise to a national level. Clubs also have often held moments for a tragic event that affects their community. Yeah, we know. There have been moments following school shootings or an attack on a house of worship, such as the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh in 2018. There also have been moments following major international incidents, such as Hamas. You know, they had to go through a list. Like, what else did we do? We're going to tell these guys what else we did. An attack of international incidents, such as Hamas attack on Israel in October 2023, and weather-related incidents, such as major hurricanes and fires.
ChatGPT wrote that.
This is in addition to honoring those in the NFL family and tributes to recently passed players or personnel, or a player such as Damar Hamlin in 2023. Was Damar a hate monger?
I remember when we got Bin Laden, and I remember those moments of silence. It was crazy throughout all the sports.
In just this calendar year, Lift Every Voice, and this is kind of what you're saying. Lift Every Voice and Sing has been performed at league events since, this is the NFL saying this, has been performed at league events since 2020 following the murder of George Floyd and the events of the summer of 2020, including last Thursday during the kickoff game in Philadelphia. It's also performed before the Super Bowl. It's been lately performed in front of every Super Bowl, but that's them saying like, okay, we had Charlie Kirk, but we gave them the Black national anthem also, so don't be acting like...
We didn't do anything.
That's the biggest thing I realized. It's one for y'all, one for us. That's how they feel. And it doesn't matter that the one for y'all should actually negate the one for us, right? Like, if you truly believe we should be doing that Black national anthem and you believe in the words in that anthem, then you shouldn't honor someone like Charlie Kirk, because that goes against what you said you stood for. When you're like, we're in racism. That goes so, but it was never about in racism. It was, this will get people off our ass for today. And today, the world has shifted. The person in charge has shifted, just like the manager at Keith's restaurant, where everyone's snitching on each other. Yeah. Now that we have a new boss, hey man, the boss say we got to do it. Let's just do it, and they're doing it.
Right? They don't want to argue.
The shooter we'll talk about here for a second. Tyler Robinson. The mom had to quickly take off social posts on Facebook because it's Tyler Robinson, the shooter, being raised as a kid, holding all these fucking, never mind assault rifles. Right. These are fucking machine guns you would see in Platoon or whatever war movie, you know, where it needs a tripod on the bottom to hold itself up. The calibers are so fucking big. It might be a gun problem. It might
gun was bigger than him. Gun was bigger than him. No joke.
Happy 16th birthday is one of the pictures to my Austin, another kid. He's a leather-working, gun-toting, cowboy-loving, brilliant kid. He has many talents in the table. It's fun to watch these kids develop. Sources told the Daily Mail that Robinson confessed to his father, Matt Robinson, who owns and operates a construction company. Matt had recognized his son in photos shared by the FBI and confronted him about the shooting.
Everybody else was confused.
Hey, son, you got a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you say? Where were you? What did you say? You said the park. Anything you want to tell me? When Robinson confessed, his dad urged him to turn himself in. The 22-year-old reportedly told his dad that he would rather kill himself than turn himself in, but was persuaded to speak with the local youth minister, who also works with the U.S. Marshal's office. Imagine he also can take confession, you know? You tell him your sin, and he's like, all right, 5 Hail Marys, avoid sin, you're free to go. And then you open up the confession booth to leave, and they tackle you like to catch a predator. On the ground,
they do. They take
on the
you
fucking ground. Oh, you're the same dude. Shit. A family member of... Now, I don't really understand this. Tell me if you heard something. A family member of Robinson's reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. So he didn't turn himself in after all?
It sounds like... So from what I read, the father turned the son in.
Okay.
So I guess he told his dad, and then his dad was like, "Oh, I heard there's
And he said, "I won't turn
$100,000
myself
reward."
in." Maybe he went to the marshal's office / youth minister place and still didn't want to turn himself in. And then a family member, friend, blah blah blah.
Yeah, my understanding is his dad coordinated a way to turn his son in so his son didn't get killed by the cops or whatever. But also, there's $100,000 reward, so maybe he was just trying to Luigi Mangione snitch that money.
Robinson's family members told police the 22-year-old has become more political in recent years. They also confirmed that Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger matching the description of the suspect's vehicle. Robinson's roommate also directed officers to the suspect's Discord platform. The roommate said Robinson had messaged him asking to retrieve his rifle wrapped in a towel in some bushes. That's an ask.
Yeah.
Hey, so my rifle, yeah, you saw the news. My rifle, though, is in a wooded area. There's the towel from our bathroom. It's wrapped up in that. Yeah, why don't you go get it? Because they're looking for somebody to pick that gun up.
That's it. So you know what? This is basically like being a fly on the wall for the phone call where OJ called Al Collins for a ride.
Yes.
Hey man, you mind if you give me a ride to Mexico real quick? It's like, sure, buddy. What's going on? Don't watch the news. Just come straight over.
Why can't you find the rifle? They're looking for me.
Right. Come on, man. My fingerprints are on it.
Robinson now faces charges of aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury, and obstruction of justice. Just remember, because when it's something this big, this international, they're going to catch you. So after you do it, don't obstruct justice. Yep. Don't make them wonder 33 hours where you're at. That's going to add a couple months.
Mm-hmm. Once you find what's crazy is what's crazy too is like once they found out this kid's like political leanings and like how he looked and what the tone changed,
the pivot,
because it was like the liberals will pay, we will rain down on, we will destroy them. It's the schools,
they were food, and I was like, it was us.
It's the Democrats, it's this, and then I think it might have been Nancy Mace who then tweeted like, Charlie would have wanted us to pray for him. He would have sat down and debated this young man. I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened to all that energy? Keep that same. Well, y'all was supposed to want to fucking kill him and destroy him until there was like, maybe he represents some people that might vote for us. Don't do that.
Cox said Cox, who's some guy from the sheriff's office, I guess, said prosecutors will pursue the death penalty if he is convicted. Well, no shit. You have to. I don't know how Luigi Mangione's going to be free. We all saw that. You got to discourage that behavior no matter what you think about the healthcare bullshit. His parents, Matt and Amber Robinson, are both registered Republicans. Amber works for Intermountain Support Coordination Services, a state-contracted disability provider, while Matt works in construction. At the time of shooting, Robertson was in his third year on an electrical apprenticeship program at Dixie Technical School in St. George, Utah. Robertson allegedly drove his gray Dodge Challenger to the campus, scaled a building, and fired a single bullet from a rooftop sniper's nest roughly 200 yards away. Kirk was hit by a single bullet while answering a question about mass shootings. The manhunt was 33 hours, like I said. Multiple suspects incorrectly apprehended. Cox is the governor of Utah. Even he was a person of interest in the custody. He's a Republican for what that's worth. They thought the governor did it.
Yeah, what? It was crazy.
What?
Yeah.
The governor, I think it was the governor. I hope I'm not fucking up, but he had that statement where he was like, I didn't want to think it was one of us. I was praying it was someone from another country, but it did turn out to be one of us. And I'm like, who's the us in Utah? Who the fuck is the us? Who you thought came in to get this man?
Right.
Authorities are investigating whether Robinson's romantic relationship with his roommate, who is transitioning from male to female, could be connected to the shooting, said the governor. This partner has been incredibly cooperative, had no idea that this was happening, and is working with investigators right now. Bullet casings seem to confuse people, what he wrote on the bullet casings. He wrote, one was notices, bulges, OWO, what's this? Oh, that's part of it. Notices, bulges, OWO, what's this? The OWO seems to be like a text thing, like cute big eyes, but I don't really get what he's saying. Hey, fascists, catch. Oh, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow, Chow. It seems to be a reference to a song about Italian resistance during Nazi occupation. If you read this, you are gay, LMAO. Wow, we all know what that is. The sheriff's like, what the fuck, shit. You got me. God damn it. Another bullet said D's. I'm just kidding. But people are trying to figure out what that means. But does it mean, hey, I'm more left and you're a fascist? Does it mean I'm too right and you're not catching up to me like you said? I'm a fascist.
So just in the rabbit hole research stuff I've seen online, apparently those are things in the Groyper community that they say about, because they don't fuck with Charlie Kirk. He's not right enough.
Okay.
And so it's like memes almost and shit they say about other people they don't fuck with.
Wow. So it looks like he's more right.
Right.
After all.
Which is crazy because, it made me think about something when you said go get the gun. If he told his trans roommate to go get the gun,
right,
that more looks like trying to set up somebody to be like, it was a trans person that did this. These trans people, they are a problem. Like, no wonder that person turned over all the text immediately. It was like, what the fuck were you about to get me into, man?
Yeah.
This is new to me. The Groypers. The Groypers, sometimes called the Groyper Army, Groyper, are a group of what dumb names? Proud Boys. What the fuck are we talking about? Are a group of alt-right white nationalist and Christian nationalist activists led by a guy named Nick Fuentes. But I'm looking at a picture of him right now. Why do all these douches look the same? There should be a hair cutting salon. It's called Douche, a salon for men. Why do you all look the fucking same, dork dinkdom?
Right.
Members of the group have attempted to introduce alt-right politics into mainstream conservatism in the United States and participated in the January 6th United States Capitol attack and the protests leading up to it. Do your research. It wasn't an attack. They have targeted other conservative groups and individuals whose agendas they view as too moderate and insufficiently racist and nationalist. The Groyper movement has been described as white nationalist, homophobic, nativist, fascist, sexist, anti-Semitic, and an attempt to rebrand declining the alt-right movement. Oh, they believe the Holocaust didn't happen without exaggeration. And their symbol is a frog that looks just like that Pepe the Frog, the symbol for racism. Yes, I did my research. You always see it online with that frog and some, racist meme that goes along with it that's not ironic. Their frog is just looks a little different, but it's the same point. It's a more racist frog. Killing Jews is what we need to do to start for the real holy war, said this guy Nick Fuentes. Okay, all right, come on. An increasing number, like Rod was saying, of social media users are being fired from their jobs over posts allegedly celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. Such posts are being spotlighted by conservative activists, Republican elected officials, and a doxing website as part of an online campaign to punish people behind the messages. The campaigns show how social media posts or personal messages, even by accounts with few followers, could easily be surfaced and publicized, and people's personal information can be spread across the internet. Just days ago, MSNBC fired senior political analyst Matthew Dodd after he said Kirk's rhetoric might have been brought on the shooting upon himself. Of course it did. Again, no matter what side you're on politically. Of course it did. Delta Airlines, American Airlines, United Airlines also confirmed to CNN they've suspended workers for social media posts about Kirk's killings. Following the tragic January collision between an American Airlines plane and a Black Hawk Army helicopter, like you said, Donald Trump suggested diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts were at fault. Kirk added, saying, quote, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. You dumb motherfuckers that got twisted by this DEI bullshit. We're just trying to hire anything different than white straight people because what? They're still qualified people.
Right.
They don't go on the street and go, excuse me, you're black and a woman, and do you want to be a pilot tonight?
Right. That's how they sound.
I've never been in a plane. Never mind pilot a plane. Yeah. That's okay. That's not important. Is that your girlfriend? Yeah. Even fucking better. You can run the whole fucking organization of air traffic controlling. You're a woman. You're black. You're gay. What else? What else? Do you have a chihuahua? What are we? Please, I need to fill these fucking quotas. It's the last president.
And he's not racist because he didn't just call people the N-word.
Right.
He used a lot of words to kind of imply that black people were just mentally inferior and not qualified to have jobs that white people should have. So, but he's not racist, Keith. He doesn't. Right. Why would you even think something like that?
Woman, black, gay. Tell me you like football, honey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a raise. Stephen Miller, is that his name? The fucking racist, real. I mean, full on piece of dog shit, right? He's not shy.
Well,
hear
him out in context, you know.
I think I have, and his wife Katie Miller posted a picture of outside her house, very nice house, very nice, private sidewalk. And chalk written all over it to harass her and her family. And Stephen Miller is our savior. DEI. No, Stephen Miller is the devil. DEI enriches us all. It really screams of that Black Lives Matter bullshit when white people
blacks rule.
Yeah, because they don't know how we speak.
That's what we call it.
Wrote Black's Rule on his house and then said, see what's happening. Then they find out he did it himself.
Yeah.
People destroyed their own trucks saying Black's Rule and blamed. And then, of course, cops are smart enough to figure out a few questions. You did it to your own self. That's what this is. And when what's that?
Like that girl who wrote like a slur across her face, but it was backwards.
Because she did it in the mirror. Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody ran up to her and spelled out a whole slur. To the tolerant left, Katie says, who spent their day trying to intimidate us in the house where we have 3 young children. Like that house doesn't have 18 Ring cameras. We will not break down. We will not cower and fill. We will double down. Always for Charlie, says Katie Miller. And when Katie takes, it's like Charlie Kirk is a piece of shit, takes the water sprayer, shows that she's washing off the chalk, which by the way, comes off pretty fucking fast.
Right.
So it was just done. Starts spraying from the bottom up. So leaves the Stephen Miller name like last, like to really show it. It's just interesting. It's almost the end of American History X, a movie I think people seem to have to see again also. But at the end, he comes around, he understands he was a racist piece of shit, and he tears down all this stuff on the walls, but waits till the end to tear down in the middle this giant Nazi flag. I'm like, tear down that first, maybe. Yeah. It's performative for us watching a movie. That's what this bullshit is.
And once again, I have to point out, this was your friend, your leader, your homie, whatever. Why are you already trying to make like clout and money off his name?
Right.
Like a person that can't believe the president could meet with the families of dead children and have an actual real tear. It wasn't like he was sobbing, right? But Barack Obama had like a couple tears come down the side of his face. And that day, people were like, he's faking. Not only is he faking, this never even happened. This isn't even real. Something happened that day in the world that I think really changed everything.
Yeah. How about it's the ultimate time for a debate now? How about let's have it? Can you fucking imagine listening to something and being into it for 20 fucking years? And I think Charlie Kirk is a bad person, and you simply can't anymore.
Yeah,
How can
it happens.
It happens. Karen, let's go over the title and names of these shows that we did last week, because I can't have you not mispronouncing names just because I spent so much time on Charlie Kirk. By the way, my girlfriend loved that I kept accidentally mispronouncing Kirk. I don't know if he knows that. I kept going,
you were calling Kirk.
Yeah. Maybe I'm misinformed of his name.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I rubbed off on you.
Maybe that's, what? Those people were right. Those people that got upset, they're right. Whoever Charlie Cook is, he didn't do any of this shit. Right. He's not racist. Charlie Cook's probably a good dude.
All these people know what Charlie
AR
Cook.
Manager.
Yeah.
KATG episode 3938. Powerballs with Blaine.
Yes.
Was he an asshole?
First of all, you got lucky with that name because he only went by his first name because of jobs, and he might have strong opinions on the Emmys. No, he's cool. He's great. I see him most every week in the chat room. He's so funny, and like I mentioned in that show, it wasn't until I happened to see like a bio on Instagram, and it said something about wanting to be a comedy writer, and I'm like, let's do a fucking show then.
Yeah, he was a good guest. He just fit right in.
He did. And you guys talk about Poker Night. How has Poker Night evolved over the years from when it first started?
Well, so we started the chat room at the start of the pandemic so people can get together and for our sanity too, because we weren't going out. And then introduced poker in there sometime. And, it's been since the main meat of COVID has been over. We've still been doing it every single week. And it's great. Just a cool crowd. Poker, we're getting the bug and getting addicted. So now sometimes we're up to 3 games a night. But yeah, it's a cool week and you don't have to play. KeithAndTheGirl.com/chat every Wednesday at 8. You don't have to play. And like I said, it is funny that, people are sharing personal shit and like, my boss just got laid off of work. And even though they incorrectly, arrested him, I'm like, 3 of a kind. Sorry. Anyway, ICE was what, and everybody understands the vibe and it's just cool. We have a cool group. It's
nice to have like a cool group like this. You guys also talked about Blaine.
And I'm the reigning champion.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Congratulations to you.
It's not a big deal.
You won.
Mm-hmm.
You guys talked about Blaine doing drugs. Drugs that make you paranoid does not sound like a good time to me.
Yes.
Maybe mentally I'm like, I sometimes I'm paranoid enough by myself. I don't need nothing amplifying that.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, he was open book right away. That's how the show started.
And that's what I liked about him.
And because he was, I don't know. He's not a professional comedian, and I don't want to seem like I'm taking advantage of somebody that wants to get into comedy. So for the record, before the show, I did bring up some of these topics. He was game the whole time.
Yeah, he was. I mean, that's another benefit of having someone who's a fan of the show be on the show.
Agreed.
Instead, like they're not like, whoa.
Yeah, where
can I ask you questions?
Yeah. right.
But a lotto doing lump sums, yes, because Blaine made a good point. How do I know somebody might turn around and make a law and be like, we're it's a scam. Like you say, it's a scam. We're not paying the kids. Right. And they say, you don't get your pay me all pay all together.
Yeah. Take it now. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, look at things you're losing now with our president now. You don't fucking know.
Right.
What, the government made you a promise? What? No, give it to me now, even if it's less money. In fact, that was the poll. If you want a big money lottery, we were talking about the Powerball specifically, but anything big, you know what that means. Would you take yearly payments or a lesser lump sum? 77.8%, the less money lump sum. I think that's the way to do it.
Everybody knows that. Yeah. And the government knows, which is why they're like, we'll take half of it and just give you the other half. It's like, you knew that was what was going to happen.
Right.
You're not slick.
Yeah, for most people. Shout out to Liz for being the VMA person, because I don't really know nobody on I'm like you, Keith. I don't know nobody on the VMAs.
It's weird that the VMAs still have the hold on us at our age. Because it is a show for no one in a way, because kids are watching their shit through like TikTok and and then we're the only old motherfuckers that tune it into a TV channel or an app to be like, I'm going to sit and watch this 3-hour presentation
and go whoo the whole time.
Yeah, and I always love it, but I'm always frustrated for Keith every time, because every time you do one of these shows, it's always like, this is not real. This is a presentation. They're not really singing. That's not a real bit. That's a joke that they already prepared. And I'm like, but it's 30 years in a row of fake. I don't know if there's ever been one of these where they were like, this year, fuck it, no script. We're just doing it.
Right. Saturday Night Live.
Even the one year you had hope was during the pandemic, where they really were like, and it was like a writer strike or some shit. And even then you could tell it wasn't really improvised. It was written somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. These fucking airhead actors and musicians did not get up there and perfectly put a speech together for the next guy. It's always fake, but your eternal hope that 1 year it will finally be real is just, I don't know. I'm frustrated for you, buddy.
Well, it's also, Liz has an 8-year-old. I want to know what music she's listening to.
Of course.
Right.
And so these are the crib notes. This is the most fun way for me to catch up with what's going on. Then there'll be something fun for me, an Aussie tribute for 3 minutes, something funny to me, Mariah acting like she's hitting those octaves in 2025. So yeah, I can tolerate it, but it's
your fun for sure. Like I've accepted the frustration as part of your fun. Like I think some of your comedic voice is a voice of like, isn't this some bullshit? And I think, and I obviously I must like it. I've been listening 20 years, but partial, like maybe it's the empath in me where I'm like, no man, why aren't they just saying what they're supposed to? They knew they were going to get that award. Why can't they keep it real this one time? I was like, But if I was watching without even listening to you, it would never even cross my mind. I'd be like, of course it's fake. And you better say a fake fucking speech. You better not say some real shit and forget your manager or whatever the fuck happens. You got to do the fake shit. But man, every year you get me for these goddamn shows.
If it sounds like I hate these, when they say something stupid, I grab a pen and paper and I go,
of course, no.
And start jotting down.
I know you're doing the notes. You're going line by line, dude.
I appreciate it. You have anything else, baby?
It's a good performance, is my point. I did one. The Emmy thing is always funny. None of us fucking watch all the shows, and there's too many goddamn shows now.
Yes, it is.
Too many streaming things. Who the fuck could know? But yet, all of us, we like what we watched, or we hate what we watch, whatever. And so it's fun listening to. It's almost like sports for us that like the Hornets. We're Hornets fans. We go to all the games here.
Yes. All the home games.
All of our lens of the NBA is through like, how did they do against the Hornets, right?
Right.
So, but I know way more about the Hornets than any of these other motherfucking teams. And that's how it feels with whatever and it's not just you, any of us talk about these award shows because it's like, oh, I saw Andor. That shit should win. It's like, did you also see The Killing Game and Sex for Money? I'm like, no, I didn't watch that bullshit, and it better not beat my bullshit.
Yeah, right? That's how everybody feels.
Right. By the way, so the Emmys were last night. Liz watches TV. I only see movies for the most part. She beat me 2-1, I think.
Damn. Well, she's so good at everything. It's her birthday. Tell her it's her birthday present.
She actually was done knowing all the answers before the show was over.
Yeah, she was bored. She turned the show off 2 hours left. Like,
yeah, she's like, I won.
Yeah, she's like, it's Severance, Keith. Come on. Back to banging.
By the way, Severance actor Tremel Tillman, the stoic guy in Severance, he won the Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. The first black man ever to win the award. It's that DEI bullshit again.
They finally went woke.
Yeah.
It took them 87 award shows.
I think they said it's like the only category. The only category that
I was so mad. I was
nobody other than white men.
Charlie Kirk died for this.
Yeah, he did.
This how you honor his memory by giving a black person anything.
Well, finally, a black person did a good job in a supporting role because congratulations. It took them 2025. But a black people, this is what Charlie Kirk would say.
Yeah.
Black people were better actors.
Right. It's like, they just when I see a black person win an award, I immediately get nervous because I'm like, what did they do to get that award? Why did the white people give it to them? But I saw that and I was like, it's that thing. You start to applaud, then you think about it for a second. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because they tell you the stat and you're like,
the first ever. Oh, congratulations. Wait a minute.
The first ever.
He's not the first black actor ever.
Right? Like, what's happening here?
Stephen Colbert came out. Nate Bargatze hosted, and then Stephen Colbert came out for the first award. And Stephen Colbert fired from Paramount, where this was played on CBS Paramount. Stephen Colbert came out, and everybody stood up, knowing that Paramount wanted to make a merger, but Colbert, and they literally need Trump's permission. They need the White House's permission. Trump said, no, Colbert always fucking makes fun of me. You have to fire him. And they did. And then, like I said, then South Park said, well, you didn't think about us, motherfucker. But anyway, Stephen Colbert came up. Everybody knew the importance of that. Standing ovation right away. And then at the end of the show, it came, let's see, there was talk series, best talk series. And it was Colbert against The Daily Show against Jimmy Kimmel. And Colbert won. And the place went fucking nuts. And by the way, I thought this was funny. There was a little graphic on the bottom while the people went off from their seat, and it said, this person would like to thank, and I think it's to make them think they're going to cut down on time with the speeches, but it said, Johnny thanks, blah, 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 management, family, etc. Stephen Colbert said, so only if you win does it show, but Stephen Colbert says, Stephen Colbert wants to thank whoever made these thank you scrolls. Oh. I'm like, right there, good. Yeah, what is this is fucking stupid.
I love Stephen Colbert. I also like, because of the way time works, I feel like that show will be able to be nominated next year too, because it's not over until next year. So let's wait till next year, see if they give it to him again. Because because that's gonna be fucked up if next year he's like, the show finally wrapped up in May, awards are in September, and they're like, I gotta be honest, Jon Stewart was killing it. I'm sorry, buddy.
Even though you're still the highest rating show right now.
Right. Yeah. But in his speech, Stephen Colbert, he said, sometimes you don't know how much you love something until it looks like you're going to lose it. And I've never loved my country more desperately. Beautiful.
Yeah, I like him. I like just the way his thought process is. And a lot of his stuff, particularly long stuff, is in-depth. And it kind of challenges people. And it's very informative. And so it's one of those things.
Which is wild because it's a late night show.
Right.
Oh, we are so fucked as a country. But the other thing too, the bear didn't win shit. It didn't win any comedy.
And by the way, so like Rod said, it's always a year back that these awards go to. For example, the episode Napkins, which did make me cry, but was the only good episode of the whole fucking season that year, was up for an Emmy. Right. But I still watch shit. And this last season of The Bear, which isn't represented in the Emmys, I thought was fucking great.
Right.
Less food cooking, less stupid jokes that they do try sometimes. But in no way is this a comedy. And of course, all these actors two actors, best rating, best comedy period. They were up for all this shit and didn't get anything. And honestly, I think because word's getting out that it's not a comedy.
Yeah.
Yes. Enough people. And it's like, it's not fair for people that are like, I actually am trying to make people laugh.
Also, the studio is it's a navel gazing Hollywood show. I love it, by the way. It was probably my favorite comedy of the year. But
that's a lot.
The point is, it's the show about those people in that room. Of course they voted for that shit. It's all the jokes they want to make. It makes them all look cooler than they probably are.
Agreed.
Funnier than they probably are. And so like seeing Seth Rogen clean up, man, because I love Seth Rogen.
Yeah. He sounded like he really wasn't prepared. He was like, I ain't think I was gonna win anything.
Yeah, he's like, I've never won an award.
How am I acting? By the way, as much as we like Seth Rogen, what acting is this?
He's like, I'm Seth Rogen in this.
Yeah, do y'all not understand who y'all gave this award to? I was like, why am I here?
Bryan Cranston won, and I had seen in the interview circuit they were doing to promote the show. I knew they were gonna win because it was like they interviewed Bryan Cranston. Was like, were you being this specific guy who's the head of this studio? And I was like, only people in the industry know that. No one knows who fucking runs Paramount in Iowa. You know what I mean? Like, you people who vote for this bullshit are like, that's just like Barry Jones. Oh my God, that's a great Barry Jones. So yeah, they ended up cleaning up, and I was so happy for them because I love that show.
I appreciate that too.
Nate Bargatze did this thing as host, which I think was kind of real, and they would see where it goes because it was a mess, quite frankly. And they said, okay, here's $100,000 that we're going to donate to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Now, for every second that your speech is over, we're going to take away $1,000. For every second that you're under, we'll add $1,000. And when it got to a certain, I guess 45 seconds they're allowed. Whenever it got to 45-second mark, on the bottom right of the screen, kind of small, but noticeable, they put, and they must have put it on the big screen at the live event, they show the amount of money being taken away as the person's given their speech. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. You wonder how real it is. That makes it sad for the Boys and Girls Club of America, and they show you a boy and a girl, just so you remember what boys and girls are. It was fucking weird, and it got to the end, no joke, negative $50,000.
Wow.
Now, I knew it wouldn't end there, but that is how it ended up.
Right.
And then he goes, Nate Bargatze goes, actually, CBS is going to donate $100,000, and I'm going to give $250,000, so that's $350,000. By the way, I don't know how much Nate got paid, but all right.
Yeah.
$350,000 to the Boys and Girls Club. So let's say Paramount paid or whoever paid all of that.
Right.
It still just, the whole thing was weird and a little unnecessarily uncomfortable. And if I'm giving my speech for my big fucking day,
right.
I mean, obviously, I thought, what would I do? And I'd say hi to Liz. I'd thank the two or three bosses max. Shout out to Hemden, Keith, and the girl. Goodbye. But maybe I had another plan I wanted to do.
But also, they turned you into an asshole now,
right?
Because you're giving a speech, and that's your one chance to talk. I saw Ricky Gervais tweeted out some shit about how actors shouldn't give political speeches, and no one's here. You guys haven't had real jobs and all this shit. And I was thinking, you know why we're awarding these artists? Because their work hit on something real. There's a reason Andor won.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Star Wars blow up bullshit in the world, but the one that's about like fascism is the one that got that cleaned up. So if the guy who wrote that or directed that gets up there, he may have something to say about today's climate.
Right.
Who the fuck are you to be like, leave the politics at home, bitch? Shut the fuck up. And when you're doing your trans comedy, that's politics too.
Yes,
it is. Us laugh.
Yeah, it's okay because you're the comedy guy. It's okay for you to be political. He deleted that tweet because he's a fucking coward. But
he didn't want to stand in it.
Yeah, but it was just anyway. So I say all that to say, like, what they should have done if Nate was going to do that is at some point the number in the bottom needs to be jokes. Like they need to make it funny so that like we're not really going to do this. In the NBA, there was an all-star year where, because everyone complains about the all-star game, like they don't play hard. It's like it's fucking all. It's a party. They're drunk. Right. Anyway, like, if I just fucked 7 women and got drunk last night, I'm also gonna not play defense, guys. I don't know.
It's like the Pro Bowl. You're in Hawaii. You might be doing other
Hawaii.
shit too.
Yeah. But this one year, it was after like I think Kobe died or something. And so people were taking it serious because everyone was like mourning Kobe. Right. And they did this thing where like they switched the format, and every quarter it was like one team would play for like one charity and another for another charity. And then they put the kids on the sideline. So like you see the fucking kids. These motherfuckers played so goddamn hard.
I know they did. Because they want this point of children.
It was crazy. And of course, there's no real losers. Like kids, everybody gets like, oh, you either get $1 million or $900,000. But it was still like so fun. And I was like, that might have been, maybe they should have put the fucking kids in on the stage. And then you go over and they're just like, come on. And like, anyway,
they're screaming their heads off. There weren't really many political speeches, that little Stephen Colbert bit I said. The woman from Hacks. And I think she's I only saw a little bit of that. She was like she's like the new girl, the new intern or something. In the beginning of that show. They showed her money loose, and it's like, oh, sorry, I'll make up for it and pay for myself. Anyway, go Birds, fuck ICE, and free Palestine.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, take to the point.
Javier Bardem was on the red carpet being like, because one of the studios put out a letter condemning everyone who was like, who wrote the there were actors that signed like a letter that was like, we would like a ceasefire. Okay. And so I don't know. But anyway, the studio put out something like the day before the fucking event, like, hey guys, at Paramount, we think these actors got it wrong. They should just not say that. I'm like, you're gonna do that the day before they're all about to make a statement. So of course he's on the red carpet wearing like a like a Palestine scarf, and he's like, these motherfuckers are not gonna tell us and I'll never work for a studio that does. I was like, you just threw an alley-oop to the dude. You shouldn't shut the fuck up.
No kidding. And Harvey will say, I've seen him, he'll flip a fucking coin and shoot you in the head if it comes up tails. You don't fuck with this guy.
Leave him alone.
Come on now.
Leave him alone.
Scripted variety series was only between John Oliver and SNL, so I don't really understand how Daily Show's in one category, but it seemed kind of the same to me, and John Oliver another. Who knows? Variety special went to SNL 50, the anniversary special. Just seeing the way Lorne Michaels walks and breathes. They got to figure out a backup. Maybe. Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen won a humanitarian award for funding arts, for clean water, for fighting for equality, for supporting Charlie Kirk, for his good faith, open dialogue, and work to spread love and fellowship. No, can you imagine? No, they're human goddamn beings, of course.
Nobody got up there and did interesting.
It is interesting. He wasn't praised or brought up.
I guess they're all misinformed.
Maybe the moment of silence was during the commercials, but yes, all of them are misinformed. I don't know. For those who saw the clothes, what can I tell you? What's going on? Is this a new style? Hips the size of fucking those hula hoop dresses?
I didn't see the clothes.
Oh my goodness!
I saw a bunch of articles saying the clothes were whack though, so I didn't watch.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm fucking whoever the fuck, but come on.
All right.
The In Memoriam. This was interesting to me because they didn't say somebody was an actor or actress. They said performer. But when but people that were in music and on TV, like Quincy Jones or Ozzy Osbourne, they wrote musician. Director and producer, they wrote them, but like, is it like, do we rate actor or actress? You know, what do they want? I know you don't say comedian. Do you? We'll just rate person. I don't know what they want nowadays.
We don't want to offend nobody.
Did they do that for the Key Grips and the Best Boys and all those guys too?
The boy they wrote.
Yeah. I don't know. They put question mark. This guy.
Drake In Memoriam.
Oh, nice.
He really took a beating, I guess, right?
Yeah, he did.
Makes
he took
sense.
a L.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, of course, was in there. Chuck Woolery, that piece of shit. Too soon? This fucking guy's COVID's not real, right wing, da. And then his kid gets COVID in a big bad way. And Chuck Woolery goes, hey guys, COVID's no fucking joke. My kid has it. Be careful out there. Interesting, A. B, you were so sure it's a scam from the government. Why would it stop being a scam because your kid had it? It just means your kid didn't really had it. He had something else like pneumonia, and the hospitals were paid off to lie to you. Why would this change anything, even if your kid had it?
He blinked, man. He blinked.
Yeah.
I heard they left Tony Todd out, who played Candyman, and I saw a thing online that was like his widow was upset that he didn't get mentioned.
Oh, he died. He just died?
Yeah, he died recently. Earlier this year. But if you see his name 3 times looking in the mirror, I feel like they can do it again next year.
Someone should do that. Like if I was I think I would. If I was the next guy right after the In Memoriam, I'm like, I'm gonna say it. Candyman. Well, we were hoping.
Yeah. Damn it.
Loretta Swit from MASH. John Amos. He ironically was the only one that didn't die in the last Final Destination.
Yeah. Good times.
Maggie Smith was a big name there. But yeah, I really did know. Liz knew all these shows. I didn't know. Apparently, I got to see this show Adolescence. It sounds like it's good.
Yeah. That shit won everything.
I seen that name. I was like, what show is this?
It won everything. It won everything. I didn't watch it because it seemed like it was a bummer. It's like the way people were promoting it, they weren't being like, it's so good. They were like, dude, it'll fucking make you like see that these incels, man, it's fucking scary. And I'm like, something light.
Yeah, the way sometimes the way people promote things like what was it, 12 Years a Slave? I've never seen that movie.
I was crying. I fucking couldn't watch.
The way people promoted that, I was like, I'm good.
As soon as they showed the first actor, I'm bawling my eyes. I'm like, oh, that's not why I go to the movies.
Skip that one.
Yeah, it's like, what was it? Oh, I was gonna watch that movie, Devil on Campus, and I asked Liz, does she want to see it? And she's like, I just saw Charlie Kirk died and all the hate that's coming off of that. Maybe I don't need to see Devil on Campus right now.
Yeah.
That
Well, it's Family Guy again. Let's do that.
Right.
Yes.
One of the guys from, I don't know who he was, if he was a creator or an actor, but from Adolescence, um, he said that how you make a production company work. And he's like, whether you're the main superstar A-lister or you're the janitor that cleans up dried piss from the tight trailer corners, you're all treated equal. And that's how you have it. Like, it's just funny how you bring it. Or whether you're the biggest, lowest janitor. It's just funny how people say it that way. You're all the same, I promise. And then for here, I live in Charlotte. So I don't know if this happened to other people, but it was a commercial. It cut to the local weather person, just him at the day. You know, he's going to say, hey, weather that can affect you. I'm not going to tell you now. See you later. He's on his phone, just scrolling. And it's on him for, I feel, a good 30 seconds. It feels.
They didn't tell him.
What if he was looking at celebrities' clothes from the
right?
It's like, I guess hips are in. What the?
He
fuck?
could have said anything though, like, "Sorry, we're glad, Charlie." Tonight,
yeah.
He could, but and then it cut to a commercial that they played before. What was it for? Not that it matters. Oh, Truist Bank. But anyway, it cut to a local commercial. Then they cut that in half because they already played that commercial before the weather guy. Then there was blank screen for way too long. Then it went back to the Truist Bank commercial again. Then it went to the Emmys, and Noah Wiley, is that his name, Wiley? The guy from, you know the guy, Noah Wiley. He won for The Pit, and you just see him hugging somebody. You missed that whole beginning.
Damn.
And then all of a sudden, you know, he's on
But
stage.
that's like, that is what you watch it for.
Yes.
That was real. They fucked up. And
somebody fucked up the feed.
Like, it lends a little more credibility to the other bits and gags, whether they were real or not.
Yes.
But it does kind of lend like some, oh man, you guys are really fucking spitballing this shit.
Right.
I love it.
So I'll always be watching them, and I'll always have my my opinions.
My only thought for this episode that we didn't cover was Blaine talked about his dad checking to see if he was gay when he was a kid, and by being like, you like girls, or what do you think about that girl? And I was like, is there pressure on you as a kid to answer gay? Because I feel like I would try to sneak in that I was gay. It's like, what do you think about that girl over there? Weird bangs.
Dry skin.
Yeah, I think her dress is not a good fit.
I say I like what I'm seeing. Go girl.
Yeah. Get it, miss. It's like, what?
No, what's happening here? KATG, episode 3939, Charlie Jerk, R.I.P. Butthead.
Whoa.
With Rod Morrow.
Yes.
Was I? Oh wait, we did this.
If I say we
we already. What was the poll?
Yeah, if I say Rod wasn't an asshole. Yeah, we already covered this episode.
Yeah, we basically did because we were talking, of course, about Charlie. The poll was, did you enjoy Charlie Kirk? Oh my God, this is the fault. This is it for real. Did you enjoy Charlie Kirk, in parentheses, sometimes known as Charlie Cook?
Oh no.
Before his death.
That's hilarious.
10% did. So you got 10% of people.
Okay.
That did enjoy his fine work.
And now they don't listen anymore.
Right. So now it's 100.
Yeah. Shit.
Who would have known? Who knew?
Right.
Q&A, episode 207, Sad Gay Sex Robot.
Yeah.
All I have to say is I'm sorry for your loss, baby. I'm just so sorry.
And I'm glad I wasn't there. I'm glad me and Karen missed this because our perfect love is so triggering.
Yeah.
And he was going through it. He needed to be around a group of people that he could have heartbreak around, that it wouldn't be throwing it all in his face. And thank God Liz wasn't there. Like, it was just Keith. So he only got half of the love, not the full thing. He would have never finished the show.
No, it'd have been too much.
Right. If Liz isn't there, he can think I'm exaggerating about the loads I take on airplanes.
Exactly. Yeah. And she's not laughing at it and all that stuff that's making it just, rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Kyle was he was going in. He was I've never really seen Kyle bust balls like that. Jesus.
I really think I don't know if this is true. I think I saw B. Jason have a look on his face like, What's their problem?
Yeah.
What did Keith do to him?
Is this the next Craig? What's going on? I think it's jokes.
But I'm not really sure. Maybe.
Okay, I brought up David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
Oh, David Lee Roth, you crusty old man. Like, what the fuck?
The intrusive thoughts was winning with Kyle. He was leaving no joke unturned. He's like, and when you lied about creating 2 email accounts and faked your book about your dad, I was like, Jesus, these are deep cuts.
I'm going for the jugular.
Yeah.
Like,
keep going.
Right? No complaints. Like, that's the whole time.
Yeah, that whole group is always fun. We do that every Thursday, usually 8 p.m. lately. We've been doing it. But email info@keithandthegirl.com. If you know the show and you're into it, and I can cross-reference stuff that you wrote online otherwise, and then make my decision.
What a great group. What an excellent group to have Heartbreak around.
Yes.
Yeah. And the episodes was about 9/11, and I just listened to y'all kind of go through that. And what was funny is 9/11, it's important, but it's almost like you had to be alive in order for it to actually mean something to you. And so, like, September 11th for me was like Demon Slayer Day this year, because that's when it came out, was September 11th. Like, actually, funny, I ain't really think about.
Well, you was alive for 9/11, though.
I mean, I was alive, but it was like at the forefront of my mind. Like when it
first. Just wanted to see that movie real good this year, but I think that's less about 9/11, more about Demon Slayer.
Yes.
What I was gonna say though is, you just made me realize 9/11 is gonna be other people's Pearl Harbor. Because for me, Pearl Harbor is a thing that, in abstract, I understand, but like. I wasn't alive for it, so I just gotta take y'all word for it when they were like, we went to war after that shit. We was ready to kill people. I grew up my whole life like, wow, that must have really been mad. And then 9/11 happened. I was like, oh, I see. Yes, you're gonna want to kill people after this. I get it.
But picture something happened when you were young that you could understand some things.
Yeah.
And then the tragedy happens. Like, I was born in 74. So 84, let's say, nothing insane happened, like things we lived through, like a 9/11 or Sandy Hook. Imagine you're a kid understanding the world a little bit, and you get one of these fucking events. You're not surprised by anything, and of course it's doom and gloom. It's gotta be. I would think.
And it impacts them more than people think.
And we as adults failed them.
Yes, we did, because we're the ones that's supposed to be protecting them.
The difference is when you have a Pearl Harbor, you do whatever it takes as a nation to make sure you don't have another Pearl Harbor.
Right.
When we had a shooting in Colorado and Columbine, we didn't.
Right.
We were like, well, there'll be another shooting next. We scheduled 3 for next week, so kids watch out. Like these kids are gonna be fucked up, and it's our fault.
Right.
It is. Roderick, we did last week.
Thank you. You're so
great
kind.
show.
Thank you.
No notes, nothing to complain about or anything.
I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank my wife, who is my shining beacon of light. I'd like to thank Keith Malley for having me as a co-host of Last Week on Keith and the Girl, believing in me when no one else did. I'd like to thank Hemda, who she used to be a co-host, but she's gone. But I know she's still rooting for me 1 minute at a time. That's what we're doing out here.
That's right.
I like to thank all the fallen soldiers, like Pat Dixon, Patrice.
Oh God.
For some reason, Spooky was in that.
Poor guy. He was all right.
Hal Thompson for ripping Keith a new one on last week. Newsy. The entire chat room, everybody on Thursday night, and I'm sorry, Boys and Girls Club. Oh boy, now you guys owe me money. Shit. There's boys there egg on my face. Oh, I'm still going, man. No playground this year, guys. Guess you're going to the playland. I hope no one's jacking off.
We forgot that all you guys were egotists, and I thought the money would just even out somehow. Okay, fuck me.
Yeah, and free Rasheed Rice for the Chiefs, apparently. And go Panthers.
That's right.
KeithandTheGirl.com.
Of course, everybody that's a VIP member, thank you so much. KeithandTheGirl.com/VIP. It keeps this show going, and you'll see Rod and Karen every Monday doing what they do now, wrapping up the week. VIP members, of course, you'll get this ahead of time, commercial free. But I do want everybody to hear this just because it seemed like some big topics today, I think. And to my baby, happy birthday. I love you.
Aww.